We are live for Leafs Sens preseason action. It's definitely been a while since I've streamed, but if you're on the replay, welcome back. I hope you hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see these different lineups. I mean, I think the Sens are playing most of their regulars, or at least a bunch of regulars, where the Leafs are playing mostly a Marlies heavy lineup with a lot of the guys that are kind of on the peripheral or at least fighting for a spot. So guys like Nick Robertson, Cal Yarncrow, David Kampf, guys like that are going to be in the lineup today against the Sens top guys. So that's going to be the interesting part. Can those guys match up against everyday NHLers? What's up, Logan? What's up, Ella? What's up, McNally? Thanks for being here, guys. We already got 10 in the chat. Appreciate you guys joining. Again, I know this is kind of an unannounced stream, but I'll also make some announcements on socials, and we'll get some more people in here. There we go. We already got 20 in the chat. Yeah, get active in the live chat. I'll try to pull up the chat on the screen here. What's up, A Expert? We'll keep you updated. I'll get some highlights going for you if you want. Yeah, if you guys stick around in the chat, we'll get some highlights going. Will, what's going on? 360. Good to see you guys in the chat. Please smash that like button right when you get in here, guys. If everyone's hitting that like button, more people are going to join. And yeah, I think, honestly, I was trying to think of last time I streamed. It's maybe been close to 2 months, honestly. I'd have to look at it, but it's definitely up there. All right. We'll get a little tweet out there. What's up, Dave? Who's the most underrated Leafs player right now? That's a good question. Honestly, probably like a combination of maybe a couple of the new players, and then I would say Scott Laughton's really underrated right now. I think a lot of people are just pissed that the Leafs gave up a first and Grabenkin for Laughton. I think at the end of the day, like, Laughton hasn't lived up to that hype, but he was also only on the Leafs for a couple months. So I just think Laughton, we got to be patient with Scott Laughton. I think he has a lot more to give. So yeah, I think Laughton's probably the most underrated on the Leafs right now, just based on the fact that a lot of people are kind of upset by that trade, and I think he has a lot more to offer. So keep an eye on Scott Laughton. Thanks for the 35 in the chat. What's up, BC? Thanks for being here. Dave Priest says cheering for the London Knights, Simmer and Cowan. Let's go. All right, I'll also make a post here on YouTube. Bucks is most biased Leafs fan ever. Fair enough. Yeah, I wouldn't say so, but Sky Trading says, let's go Sens. Leafs suck. There you go. We got 40 in the chat. Get some early predictions going, guys. This is, like I said, it's the Leafs. I would say Border and Marley's roster versus like Sens regular roster. So it's definitely not balanced on the surface, but I mean, preseason's preseason. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Leafs put up a good fight here. So we'll see. Will Hobbs just throw something. Let's go. We got 40 in the chat. That's good. Let's go. So puck drop's going to be in about 20 minutes. So I thought I'd go live early. Like, I didn't make much of I didn't really post much to give some advertising going. So, but yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe hockey's back. I hosted for the Bulldogs last night, and I've just been doing some stuff for hockey the last week or so, and I'm like, where did the summer go? I don't know if you guys all feel that way, but Viveiros says we're back. Liam says we back. Adam, what's going on? Let's go. I mean, Buck, isn't that what fans of certain teams are supposed to do? Like, I don't know what you want from me, buddy. I also think the Zetterlund trade, in my opinion, like they didn't use them properly last year either. So I actually, if you watched my video recently, in terms of fantasy sleepers, like I think Zetterlund's gonna be one of those guys that steps up this year. So to me, that trade was kind of like under the radar because they didn't really use him. I think he was on the fourth line, I believe. He was definitely in the bottom six. So, and I think when you're talking about Carlo, the Leafs have been desperate for a right shot, shutdown guy for a while. So, plus I'm a fan of the team, so I think all of that in consideration, I think that makes sense. A expert. I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to watch the Leafs Sens game here without Sportsnet 1. Rick Smith, good to see you in the chat. Thanks for being here. Says you're excited to see Waugh play. Yeah, Nick Waugh. I mean, he's not playing today, I don't think, but for me, I think he's a guy that has a lot more to offer too than even what he did in Vegas. Which, to me, if Nick Waugh is exactly what he did in Vegas, I'm content. I mean, 15 goals, physicality, shutdown guy, penalty kill. Like, to me, the Leafs, two things that they're going to be missing the most with Mitch Marner, I think, is one, the penalty killing. Like that might be surprising for some people, but to me, I think that's actually pretty straightforward. Like Mitch was pretty heavy on the penalty kill. So I think Waugh is going to be a huge presence on the penalty kill. Also, what's kind of overlooked with Nick Waugh for a lot of people is the Leafs have been desperate for a right shot, great face-off centerman. And I don't remember the last time the Leafs had like a really consistent right shot center. Like they obviously at some point tried Nylander at the center spot. They've had a couple guys that have played bottom 6 minutes, but I think Nick Waugh can actually produce as well. So the fact that he's a right shot guy, I think is huge. Najee, what's going on? Yo, who's this? I know. What do you guys think? I'm doing it a little backwards this year. Usually this doesn't come out until the playoffs, and then for some reason it's September, and I've got this going. I've had so many comments. The amount of people last night that were even saying like I look like I'm in my 30s all of a sudden. I'm not taking shade. I'm just taking it as a compliment to my maturity. I'll put it that way. But no, I do feel old for sure. We got 60 in the chat. Let's go. Yeah, hockey is back. Energize says whose name is on the back of that Sens jersey? It's blank. William says, I wish the regular season would start now in the playoffs and earlier in May. I will say that I do wish the playoffs ended very early June. I think end of May is a little bit of an unfair expectation, but early June for sure. Like, I've always felt if you're in the second half of June and hockey's still being played, like, a lot of people start checking out. Like, even me, you guys know I'm in love with this game. I love hockey. But I just can't wrap myself around, like, I obviously it'd be different if your team's in it. Like, you're going to be dialed regardless. But I just feel like once you get into the summer, like, you don't want to be playing hockey, like, this way. You don't want to be watching hockey religiously like this. I think it's just a different vibe. Like, for me, even through the summer, like, I'll play hockey once a week. But it's very, like, just, like, even for NHL guys, like, they don't want to be playing or on the ice every day in the month of June and July. Like, I think if you talk to a lot of guys, they'll go for a skate once a week or twice a week. But outside of that, like, they're really only going to start ramping up again at the start of August. And I think that makes the most sense. We've got 70 in the chat. Thank you guys for being here, truly. I know, like I said, it's been a while. I feel like I haven't streamed in at least a couple months. And, yeah, summer just flew by. So it's really good to be back. It's good that I didn't even, like, put much marketing out for this stream, and you guys are all joining, so I appreciate it. Even if we just consistently have 100 people hanging out in this stream at once, like, that's unreal. Let's see. Will says, I think Robertson will be a solid third liner for the Leafs this year. Well, Will, the only pushback I'll have on that comment from you is that I just wonder how Craig Berube wants his third line. Like, I feel like he wants his third line to be, like, hard-checking, like, physical, be a reliable line for him. And I think that's why he has Nick Waugh and Dakota Joshua together, because he's probably going to mix in a playmaker. That's why I think Michelli or Domi are going to end up there. I think Domi's going to get a fair shot on that top line with Matthews and Nyes. But then after that, it's going to be probably Michelli is next man up, and then on that third line, I wonder about the Robertson thing, guys. I just keep wondering. Like, I love Nick Robertson. I think he has so much untapped potential still, and the fact that he was like limited in ice time, heavily limited in ice time last season, and he still put up 15 goals, I think says a lot. Like, I think people forget that. Like, there's some guys that we rave about, that we really rave about, that scored 15 to 20 goals last year, that played way more than Nick Robertson. So the fact that like Nick Robertson only really played like, I don't know, 10 to 12 minutes every night last year, and he scored 15 goals and he didn't even play a full season, I think says a lot. So to me, if anything, I think there's two options here for Nick Robertson. I know he's already kind of playing with Lawton and Lorentz a little bit in some preseason skates, but play him in the top 6 or trade him. That is at this point my opinion. I think you play him in the top 6. You play him next to either Matthews and Matthew Nyes or Tavares and Nylander. You give him a fair shot for half a season. And if he can score over 10 goals in half a season, you keep him in that spot. Look at Bobby McMahon. Look what happened with McMahon last season. And I know that's a bigger body, a different style of player. But I think we don't really talk about the fact that McMahon had that opportunity. He got that, I would say, leash. He got that long leash. But then he went ghost in the playoffs, right? Like, everyone's talking about McMahon this, McMahon that. We love McMahon. But what did Bobby McMahon do in the playoffs? Seriously. Nothing. Zero. I think in game... Well, no. So it was like the clincher, I think, against Ottawa. And then game 6 against Florida. He actually played pretty well. Like, and then he helped set up that Pacioretty goal. But, yeah, I don't know. How's it going, Joshua? Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I think Michelli or Domi are going to be on that third line with Dakota Joshua and Waugh. Because at the end of the day, Michelli's probably more two-way than Domi. I don't know. That's so hard to say. Like, both of them have their defensive deficiencies. Like, I was really on Domi for his defensive liability last year, but then during the playoffs, he actually made a couple of good plays. And it was actually his offense that was inconsistent. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be tough because Lawton, for me, should be providing more than a fourth line role. So I'm really curious what Lawton's going to do this season, and I wonder if he even sticks on the fourth line. He might end up being on the top 9. William says, I know I'm going to take flack. However, I believe Robertson will eventually end up in the AHL. Well, William, nah, that won't happen. I don't even think I'm going to give you flack for that. I'm just telling you straight up, it will not happen. Nick Robertson will either be traded or be on the Leafs roster. I don't want to promise, but I'm like 99.9% sure that he will, like I've been told by many trusted people, that he will be traded or he will make he'll make the Leafs roster. So we'll see. But yeah, like I don't think there's a scenario where Robertson gets sent down. Like, a team would give a mid-round pick for Robertson. I think the Leafs, they drafted him the second round, right? So they haven't been so quick to like trade him for a fourth round pick. What is a fourth round pick for the Toronto Maple Leafs at this point, right? So yeah, it might happen now, but I'm saying in the past couple of years, like they haven't been in a rush to trade him for a fourth round pick. A team would have given a fourth round pick for Robertson in a heartbeat, but the Leafs just weren't too quick to that. So I think that's kind of the conversation here. Is he good enough to be on the Leafs? If not, then yeah, he's going to be given another opportunity, and then that fourth round pick, I guess it's worth it. Oh, Dion Phaneuf in a commercial. That's pretty funny. Dion Phaneuf in a Booster Juice commercial with Alicia Cuthbert. That's awesome. I don't know if you guys are seeing this. That's hilarious. That's the first time I've seen that commercial. What's up, Endrit? Crit says, I sure hope Domi's been working on shot over the summer. Hey, you know what? Domi, it comes out sometimes, guys. Like, a couple of those goals from Domi in the playoffs, specifically that goal, what was it, game 2 against Florida, was it? Or game 1? Early in the Florida series, like, Domi, and honestly, I think so many guys dropped off after that game 2 or 3. Like, that Florida series, I honestly, I've checked myself out from even looking back on it because that was such a turning point of that series. Like, not even Stolar's just getting injured. Like, that, to me, that's not even the turning point. Like, I'm tired of that excuse going, oh, if Stolar stayed, the Leafs would have won. Like, at some point, excuses. Like, game 3 should have been Toronto. You're up 3-0 in the series, right? Like, so I think a lot of people, I think a lot of players in the Leafs dropped off after that game 2 and then half of game 3 in that Florida series. How's it going, Mark? D-Mills, we'll see. I know some people said, hey, if you have that beard to start the season, you have to keep it. We'll see. Like, I do a lot of, like, on-air stuff, right? Like, I think the YouTube streaming is a little bit more casual. There's some stuff I do casual, some stuff I do more formal. If I can keep the beard, like, somewhat clean, I'll keep it. But if it just, like, the scruffiness and all that gets out of control, like, I might have to, like, start paying a barber to do my beard, right? So, like, it might get to that point. We'll see. Cricket says, big year for my Sharks. I think we might actually win a couple of games this year. Bro, Cricket, I think the Sharks have such a good future. It's actually crazy. Getting Michael Misa, like, I always talk about how if you have a 1-2 punch in the National Hockey League, you can be a playoff contender every year, and the Sharks are going to have potentially a 1-2-3 punch, depending on how they want to. Like, if Will Smith is a winger, Will Smith's a winger. They still will have Celebrini and Michael Misa as a 1-2 punch. That is going to be ridiculous. So, yeah, don't get it twisted, guys. The Sharks are going to be really, really good. And I think it's really easy for me to say that by the year 2030, the Sharks and Blackhawks are going to be legit contenders. And anyone that's doubting that, like, I think you just haven't been paying attention. Like, everyone keeps ragging on even Bedard and, like, Chicago. And I'm just like, you guys, like, have not been following the... I'm not speaking to you guys. I'm saying I'm seeing some comments where I'm like, I want to, like, direct it towards these people. It's just like, Chicago's got a 1-2 punch coming of Bedard and Azar. They have one of the best defenseman prospect pools in the league. They have, like, 8 NHL young caliber defensemen there. And then they have Spencer Knight. Like, same thing with San Jose. Yaroslav Askarov's going to get a real leash to be the starter for San Jose this year. And then they have a growing defense group. I wouldn't say their defense group's as good as Chicago's in terms of prospect pool and younger players, but their offensive group is definitely better, I would say. But yeah, we'll see. I think both are in the right direction. And 360 just said what I said. Yeah, I think the Sharks just need more younger defensemen. But Sam Dickinson's going to be great. Denver, you're not blocked. I see you. What's going on? Mark has just pulled my steak off the barbecue. There you go, Mark. Let's go. We got over 100 people in the chat. Let's go. It's great to see you guys. Welcome back. That's a great thing to see. Over 100 people in the live stream. I know, Jordan. Like, the expectations for Bedard is like, oh, he doesn't get 100 points or doesn't get 90 points, so he's a bust. Like, let's relax. Let's relax. I think Bedard's going to be great. I think he's going to be generational. I'm very high on Connor Bedard. That hasn't changed. Hit the like and sub. Yes. Subscribe if you're new. Appreciate you being here. All right. Finally, we're like a couple minutes away from the broadcast, so that's great. All right. Welcome back, Leafs hockey. Let's go! Let's go! Who's hyped up? Woo! What's up, Brent? Good to see you. Elias, good to see you in the chat. Yeah, I hope you guys all stick around. Let's get those numbers out. Let's go. All right. Hey, Ian, good to see you. Ready for a new season of Hot Take Hockey. Go Leafs go. Sheely says, hey, John, so happy to be back, but I hope you had a great off-season. Yeah, I know, off-season. That's actually the best way to put it, Sheely. I did not have an off-season, for sure. I was traveling a lot for work. Yeah. I was only home probably for 2 or 3 weeks of the summer. I'm not even kidding. Like, I look back at July and August. Yeah, I think 2 or 3 weeks I was home. And, yeah, so it was super busy over the summer. I did not get, like, an off-season. I mean, I had a bachelor trip. I had a couple cottage weekends. But, yeah, outside of that, it was still on the grind. Now it's just a different kind of grind, you know, just back to hockey. Also, sorry, just to talk NFL for like literally a second, and then we're going right back to hockey. I don't know if you guys are watching NFL or into fantasy, but I got the Steelers defense, and they just caused another turnover against the Patriots. That is electric. Let's go. Love that. Clyde says, "Hey brother, good to see you back again. Gonna be a great season." Yes, sir. Hey Brent, good to see you. Yes, I hope you guys all stick around. It's good chats. There's some good chats going on. Honestly, I've missed streaming. I think for me, I always have this expectation of like if I stream, I gotta go full force. But sometimes it's just nice to kind of log on, go live, chat with you guys, catch up. Oh, do the Vikings have a lot of points because they're playing? Yeah, the Bengals. What a disaster. Man, I feel for guys that like are diehard Bengals fans because Burrow being out for 3 months is tough. Yo, Dominic's a sub hot take. Go Sens. Enjoy the game. Thanks, Dominic. Hope you stick around. Joshua says I miss live chat and miss games and miss trades. Well, you're in here. Gong Show says, we're back, baby. What's up, John? How was your summer? Yeah, Gong Show was good. Yeah, I was literally just saying before you hopped on that I didn't get much of an off season, but it was a good summer. It flew by, did a lot, traveled a lot for work. So, yeah, we're back for hockey. A lot of different hockey stuff now on the go, and the broadcast is starting up for Leafs Sens preseason. So we got 120 people in here. Nico, it's good to see you. Ottawa Senators, what's going on? McNally. Sends Outlook in the chat. There you go. But yeah, guys, appreciate you being here big time. And yeah, let's enjoy some hockey here. I'll fire up the volume a little bit. We'll get some highlights going. So for people that can't watch the game, that don't have Sportsnet 1 or don't have the broadcast, I'll throw some highlights on the stream so you guys can see what's going on. You can see the goals that you're missing. So things like that. So I hope you guys stick around. How about you, Gong Show? Anything exciting this summer? Do I think McDavid will sign? I've always thought McDavid was going to be back in Edmonton. I'm just surprised, to be honest. I think that's the best way to put it. I'm actually really surprised he hasn't signed. Layla says, go Leafs go. Thanks for being here, Layla. Let's go. Again, guys, let us know if you're a new subscriber. Get in the live chat. Let's go. Carolina Cameron. Justin Bourne, Nick Kiprios, Elliot Freeman. We're back. Can we get some W's in the chat, guys, for a new hockey season? I want everyone to spam in the live chat. W's. W's all across the board. Let's go. Let's go. Everyone spam. All right, so Cowan, Kampf, Robertson is the top line. That's pretty funny. You should not be putting Kampf. That should have been Jacob Quillen. I think that's a massive mistake, so I already don't like that from Berube. It should be Cowan, Quillen, Robertson. Get some more offensive-minded guy with Cowan and Robertson. Pizzetta, Gruel, Yarncrow, Letary, Hames, Boyd, Landon Sim, Quillen on the fourth line. What's up, Mornings? Let's go. We back. Welcome back. Let's go. Yeah, Nico. I mean, it's disappointing, right? Because they just talked about the new. Why am I drawing a blank? The new bargaining agreement, and it's just frustrating because the players should have pushed for the 1v8 format for the playoffs. Like that's so frustrating for me. How can you not, as the Players Association? Like, my guy, Ron Hainsey. Ron Hainsey should have been so hard on getting the 1v8 format back. Like, so many players have been outspoken about it, man. It's driving me nuts. Landon Sim, Mr. Shit Disturber. Man, I was surprised Sam McHugh got sent back to the Brantford Bulldogs, the OHL, because he's a bit of a shit disturber too. But like Landon Sim is a dog. Like I know he's a London Knight, but he's a dog. Like he is such a shit disturber. I'm looking forward to seeing what he could bring. We got 135 in the chat, guys. Again, please hit that like button. We are at 40 likes. If everybody hits that thumbs up below where you're watching right now, it's free to hit the thumbs up, free to subscribe. We could get 100 likes before puck drop. All right. Let's try to do it. Michael Pizzetta. Guys, yay or nay in the chat. Is Pizzetta going to fight? I think we're going to get at least one fight. With Sim, Pizzetta, a couple of those guys in the lineup. I expect at least one fight. But is Pizzetta going to fight? What's up, Boto? Boto, it's great to see ya. Hey, Dance Girl. So what I can do, I can't show the whole game consistently, but what I can do is show some highlights. So when a goal happens, a big play, a fight, I can show the highlight kind of rolling into the stream. Is that okay with you? It's the best I can do. Antalya says Quillen looks promising. Yes. Joey says, what's up, Johnny? Crit says guys on the edge of being cut are definitely going to fight. Carrie says, yeah, we'll see something. We got 160 in the chat. We need one more like to 50. There we go. We're on our way. We are on our way. Well, Layla, yeah, I can't show the consistent game, but we'll get it going. All right. Layla, you subscribed? Guys, let's get some Layla hype in the chat. Let's go, Layla. Thanks for subscribing. Bacon, what's going on? I know, Boto. Go Steelers. Yes, Boto. Go Steelers. Let's go. There you go, Boto. We want the Steelers to beat the Pats. Yes, sir. Ernest, what's going on? W new sub. Yes. Thank you for subscribing. All right, let's go. All right. Ooh, let me fix this. All right. All right, puck drops coming up, guys. Nico says Edmonton versus Toronto finals this year. You call it? Dance and Hockey, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. Boto says, I thought I'd pop in and say hi. I have to go back to football. You know it's football season. I'll try to catch you again if you ever do it on a non-Sunday. Yeah, Boto, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll try to do more streams. We'll see, but definitely some videos. Let's see. Buffalo says, I would love to see an all-Canadian finals. Buffalo's included in that. I don't know about that, but... Hey, let's go, guys. We need 40 more likes to 100. Tadia says, what's up from Czechia? Thanks for joining. Is Toronto coming out with a new third jersey this year? I don't think so, Nico, but I think they are going to come out with one at some point in the next couple years. But not this year, no. So, Sens Leafs preseason about to go down. Little David Kampf action centering Nick Robertson and Easton Cowan. It's pretty funny. we're live on YouTube, and I just went live on TikTok, so if people on TikTok want to join on the YouTube stream. Brett says, go Pens. Jamal, I think Ottawa's favored here. I would not be surprised if Ottawa pulls out the victory, but I think the biggest thing for some of these guys in Toronto, they're going to be fighting, like they're fighting for a spot, right? So they have a lot to prove. So I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being a close game, but just with how much skill the Sens have in their lineup, like I'll show it here on YouTube so you guys can see it, what the lineup looks like. But it's a pretty stacked Sens lineup for the first night of preseason here. So as you guys can see here, it's Tkachuk, Stützle, Giroux, Perron, Ridley, Gregg, and Drake Batherson. Then Cousins, Jenik, and McEwen, Lexell, Pedersen, and Kaliev. And then Chapot, Matt-Paulo, Clevin, Spence, and Sabrango, Thompson. And then Olmark, Sogard. So, yeah, Ridley, Gregg at the center spot. We'll see if he ends up holding on to a center spot this season. Jamal, thanks for following. But, yeah, beyond that, like I said, the Sens have, you could argue, 8 NHLers in their forward group. And 4 to 5 of the guys in the defense group are NHLers, right? Where the Leafs probably have like 2 NHLers in their forward group and then 1 defenseman that could be NHLer in their so they have like 3 NHLers versus the Sens having like 10 and 6 of their top guys. So yeah, user, I'll give it a good old 4-3 Sens overtime prediction. Like I said, I think the Leafs are going to put up a good fight with a lot of the guys trying to fight for a roster spot. But I also think at the same time, the Sens, like I said, they're just a lot more skill on this ice for them. We got 160 in the YouTube live chat. We got a lot of guys joining on TikTok as well. Thanks for joining. Hit that subscribe on YouTube. Guys, we need 30 more likes on YouTube to get to that 100 like mark. I know there's a lot of you guys in here that haven't hit that. Let's do it. BD Gains. Like I said, I can't show it consistently, but I can show live highlights on YouTube. If I showed it consistently, I'd get banned. But I will show the live highlights. So if you miss a goal, you miss a fight, I will be showing it on the screen for you guys. Jess, it's the same thing on all socials, Hot Take Hockey. So if you search up Hot Take Hockey on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you'll find the page. All right, here we go. We're underway. Give me a 1 in the comments if you think the Leafs are going to win this first preseason game. Give me a 2 in the comments if you think the Sens are going to win the first preseason game. I'm really curious about Henry Thrun for the Leafs. And right off the bat, Henry Thrun giveaway. Oh, Aktayemov with the save. What a brutal giveaway already by Henry Thrun. Not a great start for the former San Jose Shark. And now Easton Cowan will get the puck and he'll dump it in. Going after it for the Ottawa Senators is Matt-Paulo. Stopped behind the net there by Olmark. Now on the right side is Nick Cousins. A bad giveaway. Here's Calle Jarnkrok. Jarnkrok cutting in! Scores! Calle Jarnkrok in for a big season. He's healthy. He's arrived. Calle Jarnkrok. 1-0 Toronto. Oh, Jarnkrok has something to prove. Calle Jarnkrok is like, hey, you guys forgot about me. I wasn't healthy last year. I had to go through a bullshit surgery. I had to go through a lot. Don't forget about me. I'm your 4th line right winger. Mr. Utility, Calle Jarnkrok. Hello. Oh, man. I'm already on board with Mr. Calle Jarnkrok. Back on that 4th line. Let's go. David Kampf, though, you got to go, buddy. You got to go. But actually, it's funny because I've been saying that on my last couple videos. I was like, you know what? Jarnkrok staying, I could be on board with. Kampf's got to go. And even more so because Jarnkrok is on his last year of his deal where Kampf has an additional year. Woo! Yo, my boy Calle. My boy Calle with a big goal. 1-0 Toronto. All right, look at Michael Pezzetta. It's Pezzetta! Bro, Habs fans used to love Pezzetta, and then this guy dropped some hard quotes against Montreal and for Toronto this offseason, and now it's turned. Uh-oh, Yarncrow lost his stick. Long shot, rebound! Great defensive play! Was that Danford? Oh, baby, Ben Danford, what a play. Great, strong defensive play by Ben Danford. Man, he's already looking really solid. And I think that's the biggest thing the Leafs want out of that guy. You're not going to expect like a 30, 40 points in the National Hockey League, but just if he could be really strong defensively and be your future fourth defenseman on that team, like I think the timing could be perfect. Brandon Carlo's got 2 years left on his contract. If Ben Danford can be ready for that role in 2 years, that is a perfect scenario for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Well, Crit, if you want to pause the YouTube live stream and sync it up with what you're watching, that could work out as well. How's it going, Jess? Thanks for joining. Make sure you guys follow and subscribe on all pages. Hockey from home, thanks for joining. Hey, let's go. We need 20 more likes on YouTube to get to 100. I'm good, thanks. Roxanne, what's going on? I think Roxanne's a little behind on the stream. All right, shots are now 3-1 for Ottawa after that last shift. That was a classic Cal Yarncrow goal, though. Just drive left side of the ice. All right, Rafai gets it up into the neutral zone. Lettieri trying to go after it for Toronto. Now a reset here for Ottawa. It's Montemapalo. Forward, deflected in. Yeah, Layla, we'll show the goal here on the YouTube stream. I got it here, guys. If you guys are looking on the YouTube stream, here's the Cal Yarncrow goal. So you see Yarncrow kind of steal the puck here. So that's what I'm saying. Like right here, Yarncrow, look, just drive the net. Here we go! Boom! It's Cali! And no reaction. He's like, hey, this is preseason. I want to react in the regular season. All right. But yeah, that was what, 47 seconds in for Cal Yarncrow. Good start. He's already on the coach's radar. But yeah, if you guys see on Twitter here, a lot of my timeline is hyping up Ben Danford. Because that was, like, again, guys, it wasn't like an offensive shift for Ben Danford. It wasn't like a great skating shift. It was just a solid shift from Ben Danford. And I think that's the best way to describe him. I mean, he's a good skater, and he's just solid all around. But I think the biggest part of Ben Danford's game is the fact that he is just so solid on the puck, solid defensively, and he does not give up the front of the net easy. So I think that's the best part about what Ben Danford's going to bring to the Toronto Maple Leafs going forward. And I think that's why the Leafs are so hesitant on trading him. All right, 16.5 left in the first period. Artur Akhtayamov's looking pretty good in the net for Toronto. He'll probably be the main starter for the Toronto Marlies this year. Or it's going to be Dennis Hildeby. I think those two guys are going to be battling for starts this year for Toronto, like the Marlies. But we'll see. Here's Landon Sim. Uh-oh. Not ideal. Put it right off his teammate. What's going on, Mercedes? What's up, Ryan? All right, we got 150 in the YouTube live stream. Charlie Watson, what's going on, legend? I don't know. I actually don't know. But I'll show you the highlights like I just did. I just showed the Cal Yarncrow goal on the screen. If you didn't see it, I can play it again. But, yeah, let me know. You know what? Sometimes in life, all you got to do is ask, you know? If you go, hey, I didn't see the goal. Can I see it on the screen? And I'll be like, yeah, I'll show you it. All right, Easton Cowan into the offensive zone for Toronto. A long shot! And stopped by Allmark. What's going on, KJ? So, yeah, we were talking about it before. Will Fabian Zetterlund be a top 6 player for the Ottawa Senators? Had almost 20 goals last year. I think he's a guy that can definitely get more ice time. We'll see. How many goals for Nick Waugh? Dennis, it depends where he plays. If he plays on the third line and where I think he's going to slot, I expect somewhere between 15 to 18 goals for him. Jess, my favorite player on the Leafs is Riley. Outside of Toronto, it's changed a few times. I would say right now, there's a few different players. Like, I'm a huge Roman Josi guy, but obviously he's getting older. I'd probably say Josi still. And you know what's so funny? That's not, sometimes people say I'm biased. I said Josi might be a fantasy bust this year, and that's me calling one of my favorite players a bust for fantasy. But I've just promised myself I cannot draft Roman Josi high in my draft, in the fantasy draft anymore. He just gets injured too often. He's getting older. He's in his mid-30s, so. But yeah, we got 130 on YouTube, guys. We need 15 more likes to get to 100. We are just over 5 minutes played in the first period here. Shots are 4-3 for Ottawa. We'll see if Travis Boyd could be a factor for Toronto. Once upon a time, if you guys remember, it's probably, what, 3-4 years ago? Boyd was put on waivers by the Leafs, and he was picked up by the Canucks. And then his career's kind of gone down since. But, hey, he's back in Toronto where his... I mean, he was great for the Capitals and Leafs. And then, yeah, his Canucks stint did not go over well. But he's back with Toronto. Let's see if he can get a spot. I doubt it just with the amount of competition, but maybe he shows well with the Marlies and then gets some games this year with the Leafs. All right, Sen's trying to get going. Tim Stützle falls for a second there in the neutral zone. Now it's Tkachuk. We'll try to dump it in. That's blocked off. Here comes Timmy Stu. Timmy Stu across! Big save by Akhtyamov off Claude Giroux. Archer Akhtyamov looks like he's going to be a stud. What a save. Robbing Claude Giroux with the blocker. Here we go. Yeah, power could be all right for fantasy. We'll see. Wee, thanks for following. Clayton, it's the Sens versus Leafs preseason. Yeah, repping Leafs. What's up, Ben? What's up, Bubs? We got some Sabres fans in the Sens Leafs preseason YouTube chat. That's some good stuff there. We need 10 more likes, guys. 10 more likes on YouTube. Let's do it. What's up, Mick, Brian, Austin, Honey? Thanks for joining, guys. Blended says Gary Galley is the biggest Sens sugar. Glad you're covering this game, Johnny. Hey, Blended, appreciate you. It's good to see you in the chat, Blended. Thanks for joining. Blended, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it was just shameful for me, but I got pretty amped up for that Calle Yarncrow goal. That was great. I mean, I just think that's the stuff I love, right? Like Calle's coming into this preseason as a guy that for me is on the outside. Like if I had to pick 12 guys to start the season right now, I'm not picking Yarncrow. So I think Yarncrow's the next man up, 100%. I also wouldn't mind if he is the fourth line right winger. Like if Calle Yarncrow is your right winger on the fourth line, you have a good problem. But yeah, like I think for a lot of fans that I've talked to, they're more comfortable with Yarncrow being on the fourth line than Robertson, just because of the risks that come with Robertson. Nemanique says, your opinion on what? Oh, who will win? I said Sens 4-3 in overtime. Like I said, I think the Leafs guys, like there's a lot of bubble guys in this lineup. Like they're going to be fighting hard for a roster spot. But at the same time, the Sens have a lot more skill on the ice for this game. So I just think it's going to be tight, but the Sens probably have a bit of an advantage. Alex has moved to New Zealand and said there's no way to watch games. Your stream just made my morning. It's 7 a.m. here. Wow. Well, Alex, yeah, like I said, if you guys ask at any point you want to see a highlight, you want to see a goal, I'll pull it up on the YouTube stream here. I just showed the Calle Yarncrow goal like a couple minutes ago, so if you guys want to see the Yarncrow goal again, I can pull it up. There is a whistle, so I'll just show it again. Just for the people that missed it. Nothing really else. Like, I could show the Akhtyamov save on Claude Giroux there, but... So this is the Calle Yarncrow goal. You guys see him driving the net, and then he tucks it back door. Good play by Callie. All right, Leafs get an offensive face-off here. Oh, Robertson, he's buzzing. I think it's going to be curious too, because I think the Leafs want to see if Robertson and Cowan can develop some chemistry, because they could be future wingers, right? For Matthews or Tavares. Like depending on like the structure of the Leafs over the next couple of years, like there's a legit opportunity for, like, if you wanted to stack the top line for the Leafs, for example, and you wanted to run Nyes, Matthews, and Nylander, maybe Cowan and Robertson end up being the wingers for Tavares. It really depends on that structure. It depends on the chemistry of those two guys. Depends on if Robertson can step up in big ways. Like, the conversation becomes really short and easy if Robertson can score at a high rate, right? Like, if he's that in-between player where his ceiling is 15, 20 goals, he might just find more success and consistency with another team, just because the Leafs have a lot of those offensive-minded guys. But, like, in the forward group, I'm saying. Defensive group is a different conversation. But if Robertson... Ooh, Perron went after Cowan there, eh? Because that had some words. I like that. That shit disturber mentality from Cowan. We like that. But I think, yeah, regardless, Cowan's going to play a factor with the Leafs moving forward. If they don't trade him, I'm still salty about Fraser Minton being traded to the Bruins. I'm not going to get over that. I think Fraser Minton would have been the perfect third-line center for this team. But it's all good. You move on. Can't keep... can't be too upset about it. I still think it was a mistake. Like, I truly think. Especially how Ben Danford's looking. Like, Danford could have been that Brandon Carlo-esque player as soon as next year. I don't know if he's ready this season, but anyways. Oh, Pizzetta towards the net! Oh, if Pizzetta scores, I might lose it. Yeah, Joshua, Henry Thrun hasn't looked great for me so far. We'll see. It's early. Pizzetta! If Pizzetta scores, we're popping off. What's up, Don Ferguson? Thanks for being here. We got 160 in the YouTube chat. Guys, we need one more for 100 likes. Who's going to be the clutch factor in the YouTube chat? All right. We got just around 11 minutes left in the first period. Shots are 5-5. Toronto with the 1-0 lead. Cal Yarncrow with a goal. David Kampf gets into the neutral zone. Good steal by Nick Robertson. Oh, that was a penalty, no? Bro, Robertson just got, like, slashed and tackled. No call, eh? They're keeping the whistles out of their mouth. I mean, I don't mind it as long as it's consistent on both sides here. Oh, Stützle cross! Big save by Akhtiamov. Artur Akhtiamov between the pipes for Toronto. He's looking great. And now Philip Myers. Big Philip Myers, 6'5". Strolling down the ice. All day shorts, what's going on? I'll keep showing the highlights, keep giving some commentary for you. David Perron coming in, another save by Akhtiamov. His 7th save of the period, and keeping Ottawa off the score sheet. Hey Blair, my weekend was decent. I mean, it's still going. But yeah, it was the Brantford Bulldogs and the OHL home opener last night, so did hosting for that, and yeah, it's good. Getting going with the hockey season. All right, face off to the right of Akhtiamov. Yeah, Blair, all the best to your cousin. I know we talked about that. Even if he plays AHL, like that's big ups for the guy. Ooh, Leafs penalty coming up. Yeah, blinded. I'm with you. I think there's pros and cons to Michelli and Domi being on that third line. I think the fact that Domi's a bit of a shit disturber and a playmaker actually benefits him being on that line, because Nick Waugh and Dakota Joshua can put it in the back of the net, and then just overall those guys can be shit disturbers. It's going to be hard hitting. So what I was getting at is this, and I don't know if a lot of people would like this, but I know Craig Berube's high on Bobby McMahon. 100% I get that. But for me, I think there's a real scenario where you actually push McMahon all the way down to the fourth line. McMahon, Lawton, and Lorentz be like a really good fourth line. Like that would be one of the best fourth lines in the league. And it's not an expensive fourth line either. Like just optics wise, like it's only what, $3.5 million combined for those three guys, or about $4 million for those three guys. And then you have Michelli on the second line with Tavares and Nylander. I don't think that's going to happen at this point because Berube started hinting at the fact that he wants McMahon next to Tavares and Nylander, so I don't think it's going to happen. But I'm just saying my opinion. I would give Nick Robertson a leash to play with Matthews. I know some people are going to be like, John, you're an idiot. Like, what are you talking about? But keep in mind, last year and the year before, when Robertson got shifts with Matthews, good things happened. I mean, I keep having that Dallas game in my mind where Robertson got that overtime shift with Matthews. Robertson actually back checks, creates the play, and then Matthews gives it back to Robertson for the goal. So, going back to what I was saying, I think Calle Jarnkrok's your 13th forward. Try to trade David Kampf. I would give Robertson a legit opportunity in the top 6. Why not? Like, give the guy a leash. Give him an opportunity. And then your third line could be shit disturber-esque with Joshua, Watt, and Domi. But you know what? I also don't mind if Michelli's on that line, as I said, and Domi's with Matthews. Matthews had a great year when Domi and Bertuzzi were next to him, and Domi was feeding him the puck. So I think Domi would be great with Matthews for sure. Don't get me wrong, but I think Robertson, he's not going to benefit from a fourth line role. You need to put him in the top 6 or trade him. But yeah, like there's no scenario where he doesn't make the team and he stays in the Leafs. Anyways, Ben Danford with the hooking call, so the Sens are on the power play here. We got 150 in the YouTube chat. We got 10 in the TikTok live. What's up, Puck? Yeah. What's up? All right. Timmy Stu at the blue line with Shabbat. Into the high slot for Kachuk, a shot. That deflects into the corner. 9:15 left in the first period. What's up, Wild Shorty? User, great take. The Leafs, there's a few guys that I would have the Leafs target, but honestly, I've been bringing up reuniting with Tyler Bertuzzi. I think if Chicago ever made him available or it wasn't too expensive, I would look at Tyler Bertuzzi. I would look at some of Seattle's wingers. I've talked about that, like a Jared McCann or like a Schwartz. Those are some options. And then, yeah, if Nazem Kadri ever becomes available from Calgary, you got to look into that. What's up, Kelsey Morrison? Good to see you. We got 150 in the YouTube. Thank you guys for all the likes, the new subscribers. Tip top, what's going on? All right, Leafs still up 1-0 thanks to Calle Jarnkrok's early goal. About 47 seconds into the first period. Ottawa's got 20 seconds left on their power play. Shots are 8-6 for the Sens. Given away by Barbolini. Now David Perron down below the net. Sauce back up top for Claude Giroux. Now in front. Henry Thrun getting some time on the penalty kill here. Danford out of the box. Oh, this could be a break. Ben Danford on a breakaway. Danford! Oh, he missed the net. Oh my goodness. I never thought I would say that. Ben Danford on a breakaway for the Toronto Maple Leafs. That is hilarious. Benny Danford! Oh my god, that just made my night. Benny Danford on a breakaway. That is hilarious. I just went on a whole spiel about, oh, you're not going to get offense from Benny Danford. I mean, I'll put it this way. He didn't score. But now they score! The Leafs are up 2-0 and it's Nick Robertson with a little snip. There you go, Nicky Robertson, showing why he's got to be in the lineup. How did this go in? Oh, a little snip over the shoulder? Scratch and score. There you go. Yes, that's the Nicky Robertson memo. Scratch and score. All right, so on the YouTube live stream, we'll show the Ben Danford breakaway. And then we will show the Nick Robertson goal. But just to show you guys this also from earlier. Look at this play from Danford. This is Ben Danford right here on the screen, guys. Look at this defensive play. That's the defensive plays I'm talking about from Ben Danford. See how he breaks up the play, strong on the stick? That's what you're going to get from Ben Danford all the time. Just solid. So solid. So once we can load up that Robertson goal, we'll show the stream. So Nick Robertson with the snip, Leafs up 2-0 against most of the Sens NHL roster. But that was a pass, I believe, from David Kampf to Nick Robertson, so Kampf gets the primary assist. So we got about just under 6 minutes left in this first period. Offside. Oh, Bacon. I think that's going to be a steal for the Calgary Flames long term, that Wolf contract. New season, new possibilities. Yes, Kyle Barkley. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you subscribe if you're new. And yeah, Blended, the fact that Benny Danford, he's 6'2", and he's 200 pounds, he's going to be a beast. He's not like a giant by NHL standards, but he's like the right size for a top 4 shutdown defenseman. And the fact that he's right shot is massive, right? Oh, Buffalo, you've been to the Odd quite a few times. But yeah, guys, spam the like. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Appreciate it. So, we'll see. Like I said, Robertson's got to show that he can do some great things. I think the biggest thing, though, that we have to remember is Nick Robertson has had great preseasons in the past. Like last year, I remember he was great in the preseason, the year before. So preseason is very different, right? Like even the regular NHL guys are just getting their feet wet. So we can't put too much stock into it. But things that Ben Danford's doing, like Robertson scoring, like just showing that you are ready to rock, I think is big for Toronto. Christopher, no fight so far, but I would not be surprised with Ottawa down in this game if somebody challenges Pizzetta. The Sens don't really have too many, like, fighters in the lineup here. Like, I think the biggest thing, like, Nick Cousins maybe would start something, but he's not really a fighter. Like, we've seen him turtle a couple times. I think he could get involved. So we'll keep an eye on that. Outside of that, like, I'm trying to think on the Sens roster. Like, I don't think they have, like, true fighters. I mean, Brady Tkachuk could fight, maybe, but does he really want to fight in a preseason game? Probably not. So, I don't think Brady Tkachuk's fighting in a meaningless first preseason game of the year. That's my only thing. If this was the season opener or a regular season game, for sure. Yeah, Bacon, it's crazy. Oh, Bacon. Guys, at intermission, I have a crazy story. It actually made me feel so old, but I'll just give the spiel. I'll tell the longer of the story at intermission. We're a few minutes out, but basically, similar to you, Bacon, somebody basically told me that they grew up watching me. And I thought that was the craziest statement ever. But they told me, like, their age, and I think they're 18 now. And to me, like, that kind of makes sense. Because he was talking about, like, how he's been watching since 2019. So if he's 18 and he's been watching since 2019... Oh, there's a big scrum here. Aktiyamov got ran into here. Rafai and Villeneuve are not happy. Anyways, we'll talk about that more at intermission, but... What's up, Blaze? Ooh, Aktiyamov had to keep his left hand up and protected. You gotta be careful there. That was a scary collision. But yeah, long story short, I'm old. I'm old. But yeah, like if somebody that's 18 started watching in 2019, they obviously would have been, what, like 12 at the time? So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of like growing up. It's crazy. It's crazy, but it's true. So, yeah, I got that comment. No, Bacon, I'm 26. Don't age me that much, man. Don't age me that much. I'm 26. Nah, you're good. You're good. The beard is confusing people. Like guys, the amount of comments from fans last night at the Bulldogs game that I got that I was like looking like I was in my 30s is crazy. I mean, I don't even take offense to it because I get it. I'm 26, right? Like the biggest cliche or like the comment about the beard is like it always adds like at least 5 years. That's like pretty universal. Like if anyone has facial hair versus no facial hair, it's kind of like that perception of like a 5-year difference. So I'm 26. I think without the beard, I look my age. Yeah, add the facial hair. Yeah, I guess I look 30. I'll take that. NRC, yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Like I said, I've been doing so much other stuff for hockey and like my professional life that like YouTube, I can't grind on YouTube the way I was able to, even back in the pandemic. I will say, like I think the pandemic sucked. It was so shit. The one thing that really came out of the pandemic, though, for me, that I can say is, like, the YouTube channel. Like, I think I still would have done well with the YouTube channel, but the fact that I really went on a grind for YouTube during that time, like, a lot, like, I still get some people that, like, will reach out if, like, they see, like, my videos and stuff. They'll be like, hey, man, like, been watching since the pandemic. Like, I get that comment all the time because I think a lot of people were just looking for, like, content and stuff during a really tough time for all of us, right? Like we were trapped, we like couldn't do much, and I think the fact that I was like streaming 8 hours a day, like for a lot of days there, like it was crazy. Paul Matthews, I appreciate it. Yeah, like honestly, I think the beard's like it grows in all right. I think it's a little messy at some parts, but it's not super patchy right now, so. Ace, yeah. HTH popped off around that time. I'm looking like TJ Brody, maybe. I was got under 4 to go in this first period. And a little whistle at the blue line. Thanks for following, guys. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Anything you want me to predict, let me know. Again, I appreciate the 150 people that are in the YouTube Live. I hope you guys stick around. Hit that subscribe button. We are 3 subscribers away from 57,350. Big milestone. Let's go. Frederick says, go Habs. There you go, Buffalo. Early Cup winner prediction. Yeah, Bacon. I'll be dropping my final season and playoff predictions in a week or so. But I don't know. I'm thinking it's either going to be Vegas or Florida right now. Like those are the 2 teams I'm looking at. Vegas and Florida. Make dry. What's going on? Scott, Jordan, thanks for joining. Roxanne says, you're still young, man. I'm 65 with 6 grandchildren. Are your grandchildren into hockey? Are you teaching them right? Yeah, I know. I'm joking. I'm still young, but feel beat up. John Michael, what's going on? Vegas will miss Pietrangelo a lot. I think so. But they've got like a lot of guys that I think are going to step up. Like I think they're going to ask for a lot from Lazan, and then Greg just tackled. Like finally they call it. Wow. They actually called it this time. Ridley Gregg. Bro, I think this is the second time he's done it this game. He just tackled Villeneuve. So power play coming up for Toronto. Already up 2-0. What's up, Saw? Thanks for joining. Phil, good to see you in this stream. But yeah, John Michael, thanks for joining. So Greg gets called for holding. I think they could have called that a different, like, couple different things, right? Like he tackled him, so holding, roughing, whatever you want to call it. Josh, how about the Dogs last night, man? Big dubs, big dubs. Bulldogs are in for a big year. I hope those are the dogs you're talking about. Bulldogs missing their full potential top line or even just top 3 players potentially. And they still dominant victory. All right, Leafs on the power play here. Let's see if they can get something going. Robertson can keep it in, so Sens will waste some time. Let's go, guys. Gabe says, who's winning the Memorial Cup this year? Oh, easy question. Easy question. Give me this. The Dogs. The Dogs. There you go. Easy. Bulldogs. Memorial Cup. Let's do it. All right. 2:10 left in the first period. Oh, man. If the Bulldogs win the Memorial Cup, I'm going to party forever. Oh, Leafs up 3-0. William Villanova, I think, with the goal, unless it deflected in front. Oh, now it's just going crazy, guys. It's getting out of control. The Toronto Marlies are beating the Ottawa Senators. 3-0. I think it was Villanova, unless it got deflected. Let's see. I think it was just the screen. Let's see. Maybe in the high slot. Boyd definitely did not deflect it, but maybe in the high slot. Anyways, for the people that are so great in the live chat right now that are being patient, let me show some of the highlights from my guy Omar. If you guys are looking for a great highlight, it's always Omar. So this was what I was talking about with Aktiyamov. This is got to be a meme. Like the claw. The claw! Archer Aktiyamov! The claw! So that was funny. It was when his glove came off. Keep it safe. And then this is the Robertson goal. I think they're going to show it. No? Oh, just the highlight, eh? Let me find the Robertson goal for you guys. I still can't figure out if that Villanova shot got deflected. Here we go. The Robertson goal. Little quick pass from Camp. Robertson blast. There you go. W's for the highlights on the YouTube stream. There you go. Chase, you got to join on the YouTube live stream, buddy. If you guys go to YouTube, Hot Take Hockey on YouTube, Hot Take Hockey on YouTube, you can get some live highlights. But yeah, as of right now, the goal's going to William Villanova, but it looked like maybe it was either a knuckleballer or took a deflection. All right, we got 1 minute left in the first period, and the Toronto Leafs / Marlies are buzzing. Great stuff. Hey, guys, we're 1 subscriber away from our first period goal. So if we get there, that would be electric. All right, Adam, you liked the stream? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Spring says Leafs # our year. Rafai, nice play. Now Robertson forward for Cowan. Easton Cowan will dump it in under 30 seconds to go in this first period. Shots 10-8 for Ottawa. Archer Aktiyamov has been great in this first period. It's actually Allmark that's looking rusty. And 5 seconds left. And that's going to be it for the first. What a period to start the preseason for the Toronto Maple Leafs. 1, 2, 3. And it's 3-0 after 20 minutes. Stoplight, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. Thanks, John Michael. I know, Patriot. It's like basically the Senators' full lineup. I mean, they're missing probably 6 or 7 regulars. But they've got Allmark in net. They've got 3 of their top defensemen in the lineup. And they've got 7 of their top forwards in the lineup. Julia, thanks for joining. Yeah, the summer was good. It was busy. How was yours? But yeah, big first period, 3-0 Toronto. Aliska, good to see you in the chat. Salah, I'll show the highlights as I always do. We just showed the Nick Robertson goal on the highlight stream here, but I'm going to pull up the William Villeneuve goal right now just to show you guys. So this is the Villeneuve goal. So as you guys can see here, we don't know if this got deflected, right? Like if you see the goal, the shot comes in. Right here, I think maybe it takes a deflection or it was just a knuckleballer all the way. But as you can see, it goes over the glove and Allmark, like you can tell he doesn't really see it. And then this is the other angle. So it's possible it did not get deflected, but definitely a tricky shot for Allmark to stop. Nonetheless, Allmark is looking shaky, that's for sure. Bryson, what's going on? W's for the highlights on the YouTube stream. There you go. Gabe, I'm not really like 100% or confident about McDavid, like what's going to happen. But I think that I've always felt he's going to be back in Edmonton like next season. So whether he signs a short-term deal or stays long-term, I don't know. But we'll see. And Rick, to push back on you, it wouldn't be a Leafs thing, Rick. The Leafs would 100% have the space for Connor McDavid. And I will show you. Let's do it right now on YouTube. If you guys are on TikTok and you can't see this and you want to join Hot Take Hockey on YouTube, we're live streaming. We will show the Leafs McDavid thing here. Okay? Because I think a lot of people forget that the cap's going up. Right? So let's look at it. So, chat, what's McDavid's number going to be at? Right? I think for me, it's probably going to be somewhere around, like if Kaprizov got offered into the 16 million range, I think if he was to leave Edmonton, it would be in the 18 million range at least. Like with Toronto, if he wants to go to a contending team, I think 18 million. So let's look at that scenario, right? Let's mute this for a second. So if Connor McDavid was to come in 2026 to the Toronto Maple Leafs, so with this right now, they would have, let's just structure it as if Nick Robertson maybe comes back or David Kampf comes back, just for argument's sake, all right? So they actually have a lot of their forwards locked up. So they have 9 of 12 forwards in roster spots here. Then defense spots, they have 6 defensemen, right, locked up. Then they have Joseph Woll, and then Stolarz is going to get re-signed. We don't know what that number is going to be. I think if they're re-signing guys like Stolarz and then trying to go for a big fish like McDavid, David Kampf will be moved. So keep that in mind. But Connor McDavid, so as this stands, they have 24 million of cap space, as you can see here. So even if McDavid goes for like 18 million to the Toronto Maple Leafs, they're going to have some space still beyond that. So say they go McDavid, 7-year deal, 18 per. All right? The Leafs would still have almost $7 million of cap space, and they basically have all of their forward spots locked up. I think if you also go after McDavid and get McDavid, Tavares ends up becoming a winger. I think with his, like, he's going to keep getting slower and slower as he gets older, so I think it makes sense for him to be a winger. You do something like this. Tavares, McDavid, Nylander. It's actually ridiculous how good how good that could be. And then Matthews, Nyes, Domi, Waugh, Joshua, and then I think at that point, Cowan makes the team next year. So you got Cowan with Waugh and Joshua, or Cowan with Matthews and Nyes, and then Joshua, Waugh, Domi, and then Kampf. If Kampf has to be your fourth line center, it's not a bad thing. I think you try to trade Kampf, but just for argument's sake, we're not going to make any trades. I just want to show that they can be cap compliant. And then Lorentz, and then say it's Pizzetta. I don't think it's going to be Pizzetta. I think they would want an upgrade on that fourth line, but if your fourth line is your weak spot, but you have that kind of top nine where it's Tavares, McDavid, Nylander, Cowan, Matthews, Nyes, and Joshua, Waugh, Domi, that's pretty legit. Then your defense group is set. Look at the cap space you still have, guys. And then that's where you could sign Mr. Anthony Stolarz. So Stolarz for me, it depends on what the deal is. I've been hearing that it's actually going to be under 5. I thought it would be $5 million per year for Stolarz. I've heard it could be under 5. So I'll go maybe like a 4-year deal, $4.5 million per. Something like that, maybe. And you still have cap flexibility with a roster that's compliant. So my point is, yes, the Toronto Maple Leafs can afford Connor McDavid. They could trade David Kampf, get even more flexibility. But that is an NHL, like, top 5 roster in the league. If you can get McDavid, that's a crazy top 9. And again, the fourth line definitely could have some improvements there. There's no doubt about it. I think you would want to try to trade Kampf and then go after 2 guys that replace Kampf and Pizzetta there on that fourth line. Try to keep Lawton if you can. That defense group is obviously super solid as well. And then your goaltending is Stolarz and Woll at a really reasonable overall number. Keep in mind, you have a lot of depth for the defense group. Ben Danford might even be ready next year, so that's another thing to keep in mind. But I think that's a legit forward group. I think Jacob Quillen's going to have an opportunity. Where's Nick Robertson going to fit? So there's so many different variables. As I said, you try to bring back Lawton, but I think the biggest thing is if McDavid leaves Edmonton, which I still think he's going to stay at Edmonton. I want to make that clear. But if he was to leave Edmonton, Toronto would have one of the most like legit opportunities to get Connor McDavid. And it's not like it's like a hometown discount, him coming home and him taking a cheaper deal than he gets elsewhere. Like 18 million is right in the mix. I think 18 million is a great deal long term, right? He gets to play home, and I mean Tavares on the wing with McDavid and Nylander. That is going to be that would be a ridiculous line. And then Matthews, Nyes, and Cowan. That's probably the best second line in the league. So, anyways, I just wanted to make that point. That's cap compliant, guys. That'd be a cup winning team probably. So, give me your thoughts, but that could be pretty crazy. As I said, I still think McDavid stays in Edmonton, but it would not be a Toronto thing that wouldn't let this happen. Trey Living would be going for it. So, I just wanted to go over that possibility. It's cap compliant. It's definitely cap compliant. Yeah, Dill, I think Stolarz is not going to rip the team off, but what do you guys think? I think that's a fair contract for Stolarz, right? $4.5 million for 4 years. I think that's team friendly enough, and I think it's fair for Stolarz' numbers. I also don't think it's like crazy for his age, right? I think that brings him to what, 34, 35? Corrado, no. It's just I have a YouTube channel. I've had a YouTube channel for a few years now, so I have like all jerseys, like just to show you guys. Like the room's a bit messy right now, but bunch of jerseys here. Who's the dark horse to make the Leafs? JB, it'd be Jacob Quillen. I think Jacob Quillen's super underrated. He could be a sneaky guy to watch out for. Ooh, the Jays are in a tight game right now, 6-5. Yeah, Ace, I think Dakota Joshua's going to be a beast for the Leafs. Jake. Jake, that wasn't me that bought it. That wasn't me that bought it. I'll show the YouTube stream. This was a gift. Is that nuts? Oh, God. That's a meme for the channel, guys. New meme for the channel. Mitchie Marner. Thank you. I don't think Cowan makes it opening night, no, but I think he's going to be a future Leaf. Yeah, Jake. Thanks, Jake. I think Dakota Joshua's going to be a beast. Peter says, just arrived. Who scored Toronto's goals and who are the goaltenders? Yeah, so Peter, it's Linus Ullmark in net for Ottawa. It's Artur Akhtiamov in net for Toronto. The goal scorers for the Leafs are Calle Jarnkrok, Nick Robertson, and William Villeneuve. I can show the goals again. Shout out to Omar as always. So this was the Villeneuve goal. Shot from the point. This is the Robertson goal. So as you can see here, Camp passes it and Robertson fires it. And then let's see the Jarnkrok goal. The Jarnkrok goal was 47 seconds in. There you go. W's in the chat. So that's your goal scoring recap here on YouTube. Anthony, we're live on YouTube if you want to join. Hot Take Hockey on YouTube. Yeah, Luke Hames definitely looks intriguing for sure. Gabe, what do you disagree with? Crit, how could you say Riley sucked since COVID? That is a crazy take. That is such a crazy take. Like, are you kidding me? Have you been, like, sleeping? Like, I agree, Riley had a pretty brutal year last year. But to say he sucked since COVID is a crazy take. Like, not last year, the year before, he had 58 points. Like, I think some people are so stuck in Leafland sometimes, they don't understand what's actually out there. 58 points in 72 games for a defenseman. How much more do you want for a guy making $7 million? Like, last year, I agree, he was brutal. And then if you go to the year before in the playoffs, when the Leafs went 2 rounds and then lost against Florida as well, in the 2023 playoffs, he had over a point per game. He had like 3 more goals than Mitch Marner in the playoffs. And he had over a point per game in that run. And then Riley also had more goals in the playoffs last year than Matthews and Marner. Explain to me, like I said, I understand everyone wants to rag on Morgan Riley, but to win in the playoffs, you need to score timely goals. Mitch Marner scored how many goals in the playoffs last year? 2? Morgan Riley scored 4. He even scored more than Matthews. So, I understand defensively he was a nightmare. But there's nobody else on the team that can score goals. Yo, what's up, Zach? Zachary, legendary. Bulldogs represent. Yeah, like, I just think people are so stuck in Leafland sometimes. You need your defense to score some goals sometimes. And Riley is the only one that scored in the playoffs at that rate. Anywhere close to that rate. Did Connor Sheary just snipe one for the Rangers? Holy, that looks so weird. Connor Sheary in a Rangers jersey. That looks crazy. We're 5 likes away from 150 on YouTube. Let's get it. But, Patriot. Most offensive defensemen. This is where I go nuts on people, man. 80% of offensive defensemen in the National Hockey League are defensive liabilities. Why can't we understand that as a fan base? Why can't you understand that? Stop living in Leafland. Look around the league. 80% of offensive defensemen are pure defensive liabilities. Like, that's always been the case. And I just don't understand why we can't get that. Like, the outliers are the outliers. Cale Makar. Obviously, that's Cale Makar, so he's an outlier. Quinn Hughes, outlier. There are outliers, but 70-80% of offensive over 40-point defensemen are defensive liabilities. That's why you have different role players. Evan Bouchard is horrendous defensively. Horrendous. He is horrible. Evan Bouchard is horrible defensively. Horrible. I will say Dahlian's gotten a lot better defensively. When he started, he was horrid defensively. He's gotten a lot better. And yeah, Anthony, I would say Jake Sanderson's in that outlier category for sure. Right? Jake Sanderson's going to be a stud on both ends of the ice. We get that. But like I said, there's only like, if I went through the list of guys that can produce over 40 points as a defenseman, I could probably only be able to select like 10 defensemen in the whole National Hockey League that are in the category of pure offense and they're actually not a defensive liability. There's probably only 10 guys like that in the league. Yeah, Roman Josi is not good defensively. Like, there's so many guys that put up points, and we could go through the list. It's just, there's so many guys that are stuck in their fan base. Like, I can promise you this year. Montreal Canadiens fans are so hyped for Noah Dobson. When they watch Noah Dobson play defensively, they might lose their minds. They actually might just go crazy. Because, yeah, the guy makes a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes on the defensive side. But he's a great skater. He's a great offensive producing defenseman. Yeah, Bacon. I would say Weegar. I don't even know if I consider Weegar that outlier because he doesn't produce at like crazy rates. I think he's like kind of on that fringe. I think his best season is like 50 points, right? Let's see. Yeah, not even like the year before. So not last year, the year before. And also, Weegar benefits from the fact that I'm looking at it now. It's crazy. Weegar's played 80-plus games in 4 straight seasons. That just alone is super impressive. That Weegar's played 80-plus games in 4 straight NHL seasons. But yeah, I remember not this past season. The year before, he had the 20-goal season, which was ridiculous. Like, that was like, that's by far going to be Weegar's best season for production. Last year, 47 points, so it's like pretty respectable. But again, that's kind of like the fringe. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's the line for like offensive defenseman in the league, right? Like, if you're over 40 points, you're probably a top pairing or a top 4 defenseman. The 50-plus point guys are definitely the differentiator. So Weegar had 47 points in 81 games last year. I think the biggest part was he was plus 18 on a bad, like a pretty mediocre Flames team. Yeah, Jonah, again, Devon Taves, he's not like a crazy offensive producing defenseman either. But that's why he's really solid defensively, and that's why he makes Team Canada, because he's a really good complementary defenseman to Makar. So looking at Devon Taves right now, he had that 57 point in 66 games season when the Avalanche won the Cup, so that was crazy. But since then, yeah, he's only been around that 40 to 50 point range. So again, he's in that kind of on that line. I think also where Riley really gets the criticism too is because he had like that Norris type season where he put up 70 points basically, and then he just hasn't returned to that, right? Injuries. Last year he actually did play a full season, just didn't put up the points. But yeah, he's surpassed 50 points only 3 times. Anyways, we're back to the second period, guys. Let's see if the Sens have a better period here. Richie, thanks for following. I appreciate it. We got 140 in the chat. Leafs up 3-0 into the second period here. Sam says, what about Parayko? Well, Parayko, again, another conversation. He's never been a big offensive producer. Crit, I get that, but 7.5 with the cap going up is not as bad as you outlined, right? Like, remember that Darnell Nurse is making $9.2 million. Remember there's a lot of guys that are making over 7 and over 8 million, right? Jacob Trouba is making like 8 million. Darnell Nurse is making over 9 million. Erik Karlsson's making $11 million. I do agree. If Riley was at like $5 million versus $7 million, I would agree with you. But I just don't. I don't think it's like I don't think it's a top 10 worst contract the way some people describe. Because Toronto's a massive market, and Riley's, in terms of value contracts, the Leafs have a lot of great value contracts on their team right now. Especially with Marner off the team and Tavares taking that huge pay cut. Like, Matthews' contract is definitely worth it. Nylander's contract is definitely worth it. And then now there's spread out cap across the board. I think this year there's actually going to be some heat off Riley because I think there's going to be a couple guys that surely don't pan out. Not everyone's going to pan out in the Leafs this year from the new additions, from Michelli, Joshua, Waugh. I just can't see every single one of those guys panning out. I hope they do. Of course, that's the hope. Geez, Actiam, I've got a late shot there. Not much of a response from Toronto, but what I'm getting at is it would be pretty crazy if all those guys like panned out the way we're expecting. Hey, Peter, thank you so much for subscribing and dropping a like. Big shout out to Peter in the chat. Appreciate you. But yeah, Darnell Nurse might be the worst defensive contract out there. I actually think he probably is. Oh, it rebound scores. All right, the Sens get on the board. Will the Sens come back and win 4-3 as predicted? I think Ridley Gray got the rebound, so Ottawa on the board. Yeah, Jonah, Nurse would be fine if he was at like 6 million, 5 million. Over 9 million is insane. Yeah, Archer Aktiamov didn't get much help there. So Ottawa on the board, still 3-1 Toronto. Shots are 14-9 for the Sens. Jonah, why is Stefan Nason a strange player? Let me know. I think there's a penalty coming up. I think it might be against Toronto. We'll see. No penalty? Oh, maybe just a high stick played with the... Yeah, I think it was just a high stick on the puck. Hey, Michael. Streaming service? I mean, Michael, we've got like Rogers Infinity, and then we got like just the cable channels going. I don't know. It's tough to say. Like, I don't know. A lot of people complain about some of the networks streaming services that they're behind, that they're always lagging, that the quality of video is not great. It's tough, man. Some of these streaming services definitely have a tough task, but I find that some of them just like put too much on themselves, or like just don't want to pay the price to give the quality, and then if they pay that price to give good quality to their viewers, then they charge a lot. I know a lot of people lost their shit this summer, or like maybe it was at the end of the year, like the season, that Sportsnet, someone could correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I'm pretty sure Sportsnet upped the annual charge by like $100 or something. Let me know in the chat. I'm pretty sure, I don't want to give false information or wrong information, but I know that Sportsnet upped their charge by a decent amount. I don't know if it was quite $100, but somebody in the chat, I'm sure, knows what I'm talking about. So it's almost like, I don't want to say cable's the way, but I almost think like if streaming services are going to be that much, and you already pay for streaming services like in terms of like TV shows and like movies, like if you pay already for like Netflix and some of these packages, I know in the US they have a decent package with ESPN Plus and Disney. Like you could have Disney Plus and ESPN Plus for like a combined price, but like we don't have that in Canada. So yeah, I don't know. Definitely interesting world we live in with all of the options and like the streaming service prices just going up the way they are. Patriots is paid $64 a month for center ice. $64 a month? It's that expensive now? Oh my god! I remember I paid like $250 for the whole year for center ice like a few years back. That's ridiculous. Like, see, everything's expensive these days, guys. Like, I literally remember like around the pandemic, like it was either right before or right after, I paid like $250 for the whole season for center ice. And now Patriots saying it's $64 a month. I'm not even surprised by that, to be honest. Like, if you're getting access to all the games. But, yeah, it still seems like crazy. $64 a month. Oh, that was a massive hit. There's going to be a bit of a response, I think. Yep. Oh, my God. Yo, that's third man in. That's third. Perron is such a bro. I have some words for David Perron, bro. That's greasy. Oh, Pezzetta went after Ridley Gregg. Yes, Pezzetta. We got some fists flying. Look at Michael Pezzetta. He went after Ridley Gregg. And, bro, Perron doesn't know what third man is, bro. Yarn Crow, can you grab this guy? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Pezzetta! Let's go. That was hilarious. I love that. Love that shit. Yo, that's a dirty hit right there. Pezzetta didn't cry about it. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Rafai smoked Greg. Rafai smoked Ridley Gregg. Attaboy Marshall Rafai! Yo, I'm part of the Rafai fan club. Let's go. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yo, Perron, bro, I have some words for David Perron. Like, are you kidding me, buddy? Like, are you kidding me? Third man in. Like, the refs got to get on that this season. I'm so tired of the third man in call going. Like, how is Perron not in the box? We really need to push this envelope. Like, how on earth is this not talked about anymore? Third man in used to be such a conversation, and now it's like guys can just jump in on a 1v1 scrap. Like, what happened to, like, respect and honoring, like, something going on? Like, Batherson going after Rafai, I respect Drake Batherson for that. That's fine. But Perron going in as third man, that pisses me off. Yeah, trouble. I'll show the highlight on YouTube here in a second. Gotta just load it up. And the broadcaster's not even talking about it either. Like, it drives me nuts. And they keep showing Perron on the screen as if he's like some tough guy. It's like, talk about it. Talk about it. I actually respect what Drake Batherson did there. But no one's talking about third man in. But Marshall Rafai, what a beauty. All right, they're talking about it. We'll pull up the highlight after this gets all resolved. Yeah, guys, I don't have the replay yet because there's... Just give me a sec. I'll get the replay once it's available. $250 a month for cable. Buffalo, that's nuts. Yeah, see? Look, when it's that, it's crazy. So Rafai didn't even get a penalty, guys. Marshall Rafai didn't even get a penalty. What? If the hit is clean, I feel like Rafai still kind of dropped his glove. So shouldn't he be getting a fighting major? Yeah, so, hey, Gabe, we need some Portuguese guys on the Leafs. No Italian. No, I'm joking. There actually are, what? There's like 2 or 3 Italians on the Leafs, I think, right now. Bro, Rafai is actually really underrated. It's just, it's like the Leafs are so crowded in the defense group. Like, you have the 6 guys locked up, and then you have Philip Myers, Rafai, Henry Thrun, Dakota Mermis. Wait, what? The way they worded that was kind of weird, but also I don't know why Sens fans are shocked that was a penalty from Batherson. I respect what Batherson did. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that to expect that not to be a penalty is crazy. The response I think is warranted, but you gotta accept the fact that that's a penalty. All right, so power play for the Leafs. I'm kind of just shocked that they didn't give the 2 fighting majors, because it looked like Rafai did drop the gloves. That wouldn't have changed the fact that the Leafs still would have got a power play there, but I was kind of surprised by that. I didn't see a dono pop up. Was there a dono? Oh! Yo, how did I miss that? Thank you, Rick. Jose with the 50 bomb. Yo, a 50 bomb on YouTube. Yo, guys, sorry that I missed that. Jose! Thank you so much. How did I miss that? It must have been like a while back. I must have been like... Was that during the intermission? Yo! Yeah, guys, make sure you guys spam me if I ever miss a dono. Everyone spam Jose. Thank you so much for the $50 dono. Holy Jose. Appreciate you big time. That's unreal. Woo! Let's go. Everyone spam Jose, 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 Jose. Sorry I was late to that one. Patriot, I'm not sure the context for that, but yes, if you do, so the standard right now, the rule in the National Hockey League is if you lose your helmet, like if your helmet falls off your head in any capacity, you have to go right to the bench. You can't keep playing. If you do, then it's a penalty, yes. Yeah, Gabe. JT is a pork chop. He's Portuguese. Oh, here we go. Luke Ames, what a play! Oh, big pad save. Sogard with the save. Now short side. Ames trying to put it in. Now Boyd stopped by Sogard. Is Sogard making his case over Allmark? No, I'm joking. Henry Thrun at the blue line. 30 seconds left on the Leafs power play. Henry Thrun at the top of the left circle. Into the high slot. Camp on the power play is so funny. Thrun to Camp! And he fans on the one-timer and the Sens clear it. That's hilarious. Guys, tell Andrew that he's probably just got it on mute. Shout out to Andrew. How's it going, Paul? Thanks for being here. Oh, Barbolini scores! Let's go. Barbolini's in for a big year with the Toronto Marlies, and now it's 4-1 Toronto. Wow. Who gave that puck away from the Sens? That's a bad giveaway, but... That's a bad goal to allow if you're Sogard. I was just hyping him up. Berta Boy says, let's go Oilers. What a sauce. Yeah, Sogard. That's a bad one to allow short side. The Toronto Marlies are looking great, Blended. Woo! Bird, thanks for subscribing. Big, thanks for following on TikTok. But yeah, guys, if you could keep hitting that subscribe button, let's try to get to 57.4K, and we are 5 likes away from 160. Let's try to go for 200 likes on YouTube. All right, Leafs trying to play it forward. Danford for Sim. Uh-oh. Danford just put it over the glass. I think that's going to be a delay game. Yep. Danford, buddy. What was that? I still don't understand, guys, like, whether you're junior or NHL or whatever it may be. Why are we still clearing the puck with a chip? I don't get it. Fire it as hard as you can off the boards. It's too much of a risk trying to fire it up on the like top part of the glass. It's preseason, we're good. Benny Danford is learning, but it drives me nuts when I see guys doing that. All right. This game feels like it's going on for a while, though. All right, I'll try to show the goals here, guys, to catch you guys up. People in the stream can see the goals. Well, this was everything that was going on, just to show you guys. So Clevin hit Pizzetta pretty hard there. And that was kind of what started it. I'm sure Omar's going to post the goals here in a second. But anyways, power play is over also for the Leafs, so we'll take that off the board. TJ Brody hasn't signed anywhere as far as I know, Falcon. I don't know if he's retiring or what's his plan, but I guess we'll wait and see. Patriot. There might be a bit of a delay because I'm on a streaming service, and I don't know if TikTok has a bit of a delay. But that's possibly the scenario. All right. Sends on the power play. 13:30 left in the second period. Check Twitter. All right. Ottawa Arena. I am a Jays fan. Yeah. Yeah, I'm keeping up with the game. I just saw that controversial call. It's top of the 8th. Jays are up 6-5. All right, we got 13 left in the second period. Sen's got 1:10 left on the power play from the Danford delay of game call. Stutz looking to the high slot. Great defensive play by Philip Myers. Oh, it could be a shorthanded chance here. Philip Myers with Nick Robertson. Philip Myers! Blocked by Chabot. Oh, he should have sauced it to Nick Robertson earlier. All right. Rifai looking around the boards. Kept in by the Sens. So there you go. So Brady Tkachuk just lost his helmet and he went straight off. Clip says, let's go Oilers. All right, we got 130 in the YouTube chat. Thanks to everyone for sticking around. You guys are the best. Thank you. All right, Sen's only got 10 seconds left on this power play. Jennifer, thanks for being here. Big shout out to Jennifer in the chat. All right, power play's over, and a shot there as it was expiring from Perron, and that's deflected out of play. So Noah, I'm actually going to be at the preseason games. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually, hey, Jennifer, thank you so much for the badge. I appreciate the gift on TikTok. Let's go. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I'm actually working part-time with the Leafs again this year on the crew. So if you guys do go to a Leaf game, you guys potentially will see me. I also have some other stuff that I'm going to be announcing soon. I don't want to announce it yet because it's not really official, but there's a few different teams I'm going to be working with this season. So I will keep you guys updated on that in 3 different leagues. So we'll talk about that, but I'll keep you guys in the loop. Trust me, I'll keep you guys in the loop. But yes, it is confirmed I will be back with the Leafs. I'll probably be working like half the home games probably. So if you go to the game, you'll see me. Most likely. But I am doing 2 of the preseason games, so I'm working the 27th, and I'm going to be on the October... No, sorry, not the 27th. What's next week? 23rd, right? Tuesday? Yeah, sorry, I'll be at the game on Tuesday. 27th I'm not going to be at. Sorry, I mixed that up. But yeah, this Tuesday I'll be there, and then October 2nd I'll be there. Oliver. I'll probably put the Jays game on in the 9th inning. Oh my god, Seahawks are already up 4-0 against the Saints. Let's go. That's insane. They definitely got like a pick 6 or something. Oh my god, it was a punt return. No way I missed that. No way I missed that. That's insane. That's actually insane that I missed a punt return from Torrey Horton. That's actually insane. Oh my goodness. Torrey Horton. It's the funny part is that game's still in the first quarter. That's wild. The Seahawks are hopefully going to smack the Saints. That's the hope. I saw some of the field goal blocks. Yeah, today's NFL's been crazy. All right, so Akhtiamov's getting subbed out for the Leafs. And going in. Zepexa? Yeah. Mostly with the ECHL last year. We'll see where he plays. He might be ECHL and Marley's split this year. Thanks, Oliver. Appreciate it. There you go, Oliver. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of those comments about like it's been it's been a while since I started this channel now, you could say. Like started in about 2018, 2019 around there, so oh, Nick Robertson. Oh, he almost gave it away. See, that's where Nick Robertson really goes wrong, and it drives me nuts. You made a good recovery play. Get the puck out. Why are you holding on to the puck there? That's where people lose their mind on Nick Robertson. You made a good play, man. Get the puck out of harm's way. Why are you fooling around with it as last man back? So that's where Robertson's going to continue to get criticized because it's game management from the guy that just sometimes he just doesn't understand. He's a great hardworking player. I love his dog, like, energy. And obviously his shot's ridiculous. He can score. There's no doubt about that in my mind. But when you're in the defensive zone, you're in a high-risk area, and you're still holding onto the puck and playing it, doesn't make sense. Triple for Heineman. Jays up 8-5. There you go. So, yeah, Leafs going to go to the penalty box again. Power play for Ottawa coming up. Yeah, Oliver. I mean, hey, I still go pretty crazy for sure. Like, the boys in blue make me crazy. Thank you to the 2 people that just subscribed. Keep it in that sub button if you guys are new. Let's try to get to 57.4K if we can. Crazy. That's good, man. Jays were worrying me with their offense. Now they're coming alive. 8-5, and then in the 8th still. All right. But yeah, if you guys want to ask any questions, any predictions for the season, let me know. Mickey, yeah, this is preseason. This is just preseason. Yeah, there's been some good hits in the second period. It's been getting physical. All right. Oh, Brady Tkachuk missed a one-timer in the slot. Shorty. It's 4-1 Toronto. I'm showing highlights on the YouTube stream. If you guys want to join Hot Take Hockey on YouTube, we're live. Oh, Brady Tkachuk was looking for that top right corner. Yeah, Victoria, it's definitely an interesting situation with Kaprizov. I think there's a higher probability that Kaprizov's going to leave than McDavid, but it's hard to say. I think both end up staying, if I'm being honest. But thanks, Victoria. I hope you had a great summer, too. Oh, shit. Damn, I kept Pittman Jr. on my bench, and oh my god. What a disaster. Why is the stream freezing? All right. 7 minutes left in the second period. Sen's got 15 seconds left on the power play. Jeez. Almost scoring there. Yeah, it's tough. This time of the year I love, but it's so tough following everything, right? Like, I want to watch the Jays game. Oh, in front, Kaliev scores. Former Bulldog Arthur Kaliev, and the Sens cut the lead back down to 2. But anyways, what I was saying is, like, I love this time of the year, but it's so tough to follow everything. Like, you've got NFL football going on. You've got NHL starting up. You got MLB in the playoff race. Like, I want to be watching Jays right now, and I want to be watching Seahawks right now, but Leafs are also on, so I don't know. Like hockey's always going to be number one for me. Oh, there's a fight. It's McEwen and Ruffey. And Marshall Ruffey after that hit. McEwen challenged him. Oh, and Ruffey knocks him down. Attaboy, Ruffey. What happened, McEwen? What happened? What happened? Let's go. Unreal. That was a tilt. I'll have to show you guys that on the screen in a second here. Oh, they talked pregame a little bit, eh? So maybe there was something there from last year. Maybe. Oh my God, Seahawks just got another touchdown. Kenneth Walker, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! That's a bet one and fantasy ups. Let's go. That's huge. That's big time. All right. So gotta take that power play graphic off the board. A little slow on that. We'll get some highlights going, chat. All right, so let's show that goal if we can get it from Kaliev. Oh, Perron just went after him. There's a scrum. Who's Perron on top of? So this is what started it, guys, earlier. Just if you guys haven't seen it yet. So Ruffey came in hard at Ridley Gregg. And then they went nuts. See Batherson. And then you see, look, Perron comes in after. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no respect to third man in anymore. And then Pizzetta went after Ridley Gregg for the slash. Yeah, Buffalo, I actually don't mind the game at this time, but considering it's like overlapping with Jays and Seahawks, I'm not loving, but that is what it is. Jay Cash has loved seeing the Sens get thrown around the ice the past 25 years. Jeez. Alti says Perron shouldn't be in this game. The Sens have most of the regulars, like I said. I think they're missing, what, 3 of the regular forwards or 4, maybe? Let's see. Well, Cousins might not be a regular, actually, this season. We'll see. It's hard to say. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're missing at least 5 of the regulars, sorry, in the forward group. And they're missing at least 2 of the regulars in the defense group, which are 2 key defensemen, right? Sanderson and Zub. And then, oh, they're also missing Jensen, I guess. It's going to be interesting. Montempolo actually played well last year, and he might not even be in the lineup. I actually just realized that. It's going to be between Montempolo and Spence. But yeah, Sanderson and Jensen and Zub are missing on the defense group. And then forwards, they're missing like 5 guys at least. But outside of that, it's most of the roster. So Perron's actually getting an unsportsmanlike on that one, but offsetting, I guess. Or actually, they're doing 4-on-4 here. So 4-2 Toronto. We got about 5 minutes left in the second period. Let's update that. All right, Nick Robertson buzzing into the offensive zone. Back to the blue line for Philip Myers. Robertson still with it to Philip Myers on the left side. Look at Philip Myers go. Big boy. Oh, good move by Robertson. Oh, he should have held on to it. Great move by Nicky Robertson. And he just missed the top left corner. Robertson got knocked down. That's definitely going to be a penalty. Oh, yeah. Shabbat's going to the box. The Leafs are going to get a 4-on-3 power play here for about 49 seconds. There you go. Oh, he missed by so much. Robbie, he should have held on to it. He panicked the shot there. Hey guys, we are 35 likes away from 200. Let's try to get there. Let's try to get to 200 likes on YouTube if we can. But Leafs are up 4-2 here. Leafs are also 2 for 2 on the power play, which is not bad. See if they can go for 3 for 3. Cowan up top. But thanks to everyone that's live on YouTube here. We got 120 people in the YouTube chat. We're also live on TikTok. Just don't really use TikTok too much, but trying to post a little bit more. Robertson short side, stopped by Allmark. Yeah, I mean, Jonah, Robertson's probably been the best in terms of, like, creating offense. He's made a couple mistakes I don't like. I think some of the guys in the defense group for Toronto have actually looked great. Like, Philip Myers has been moving around well, and then William Villanov with the goal, of course, and Marshall Riffai has been physical. And then I like what I've seen from Ben Danford outside of the delay of game call, so. What's up, Xavier? Thanks for joining. Yeah, Puck. We'll see. If Robertson's to make the team, I think you give him an opportunity in the top 6. Yeah, thanks for being in the chat, Mike. Yeah, Cowan looks decent as well. I think Cowan still needs some seasoning in the Marlies, but Leafs have 20 seconds left on the power play. What's up, Rav? All right, just over 2 minutes left in the second period. Two outs away for the Jays. There we go. Jays are still up 8-5. Here's Arthur Kaliev, who just scored the most recent goal for Ottawa, and it's going to be a penalty against Philip Myers. Kaliev gets knocked down, and the Sens will go back to the power play. I think they've had, like, how many power plays? Like 5 or 6 at this point? So, with the Leafs up 4-2, we will see if the Sens can get within 1. Yeah, Robertson tried to go short side there. Good pass by Cowan to Letary, and Letary just completely fanned on it. Yeah, Kaliev's looking decent. Could be a sneaky ad for the Sens. All right. Leafs breaking it out. Sabres preseason all on TV. That was not the case before Pagula. So Buffalo, are you pro Pagula? Is that what I'm understanding? I know a lot of Sabres fans aren't. All right, Sens on the power play here. Kachuk with a shot. Ooh, that just missed short side. And it'll go all the way back around and into the Sens zone. All right. Barbolini already with a goal in this one. Short-handed. We got a shot on Sogard. You know what? Bezzetta could be a fourth liner in the Leafs, but he can't be playing much. Ooh, Batherson across. Timmy Stu completely fanned on it. He had like a wide open net. Timmy Stu fanned on it. Big time. Yeah, he had a wide open net. Thank you to the person that just subscribed on YouTube. I didn't see who it was, but let me know if that was you. We're 30 subscribers away from our next goal. Look at Landon Sim. Or so that's Hames. That's Luke Hames. Man, Luke Hames has looked pretty good. Ridley Gregg at the blue line to Claude Giroux. 20 seconds left on the Sens power play. 30 left in the period. And the Leafs will clear it again. One more out and the Jays clinch the playoffs. There you go. All right, Sens are going to have to reset in their own zone. 0 shots on that power play. That's pretty brutal. Again, we're preseason here, but that's not good. So it's going to be the end of the second period. Sens couldn't take advantage of that power play. It's still going to be 4-2 Toronto. Someone can confirm the shots to me. I kind of lost track there at the end. I think the Sens are up to 21 now. There you go. Jays clinch. Big time. Mark with thoughts, like trying to like reason with Sens fans on Twitter, going friendly reminder. I'll just show it on the YouTube stream so you guys can see it. It's kind of funny. Like I don't know why. Like the fact that people are getting worked up on preseason for that tweet to even be sent out is like hilarious to me. Like this is just funny to me. Like why is this even needing to be sent out? Mark Mathot goes, friendly reminder, preseason means very little for vets. The only thing they're concerned about is finding their timing and legs while avoiding injury. Teams filled with prospects and bubble players, on the other hand, ... The Sens are going to be very good this season. My only concern is goaltending. So, I find it a little bit funny that he starts saying preseason means very little for the vets, but then goes, my concern is goaltending, as if Allmark is not a vet and a guy that can play big time. Like, why don't, do we not just think that Allmark maybe is not taking it seriously because he doesn't want to injure himself? I don't know. I'm not even trying to, defend the Sens here. I'm just why is that, a double-ended, it's kind of like a double-sided tweet here. What's up, Xavier? But yeah, we'll keep up the highlights for you. If you're a new subscriber, Xavier, appreciate it. Shout out to Miss HCH for getting us Starbucks. Kelsey, let's go. Hey guys, we need 25 more likes to 200. Let's get it. I don't know. I disagree with you, Joshua. I think the Sens defense group is actually going to be pretty good this year. I mean, they've got 8 NHL caliber defensemen. The fact that Matt and Paulo's their 7th defenseman, I think, is a pretty good spot. Holy shit! The Bears are beating the Cowboys 14-3, and CeeDee Lamb just got ruled out to return. That's crazy. Bears are probably going to win that now. So, for the Leafs fans that are also Jays fans in the chat, Blue Jays clinch postseason berth for the 11th time in franchise history. September 21st marks the earliest date in the season that they have clinched a spot. I feel like 11 times is kind of small. I thought it was more than that. That's crazy. But yeah, 90 wins for the Jays. It's big time. That's big time.
NHL Preseason brought to you by Bet99. Download the Bet99 app as the Ottawa Senators win in 2 after 2. Elliot, Nick, Justin, Carolyn back with you, and it's nice to see even in the preseason the animosity lives on in the Battle of Ontario. What'd you make?
Battle of Ontario. Getting feisty. It's funny because Yarncrow obviously had the big goal to start, but he's kind of been invisible for me there since. Yeah, I actually don't know what's gonna happen with this Leafs defense group, guys. Rafai for me is he's kind of making it a tough choice for the Leafs in terms of next man up. And I almost wonder, I don't want to put this out there because I don't want the Leafs to lose him in the organization, but if other teams are watching this, you almost think that, I think he's waiver eligible. So, him, Philip Myers, and Henry Thrun all would have to go through waivers. 2 of those guys are going to get sent down. I almost think with the Leafs media attention that one of those guys are going to get claimed. So we'll see. Knuckles says go Jays. Xavier says, yeah, new subscriber, bro. Looks like a good channel. Looking forward to the season. Xavier, I appreciate that big time. Thanks for being here. What's up, Noe? Hey, we need 23 more likes to get to 200. Ridley Gregg's Mr. Shit Disturber for sure. But yeah, I'm with Friedman, man. The fact that Rafai held on, like held his own against McEwen's pretty impressive. Interesting. Wow, Buffalo. Yeah, I mean, the Sabres could be back in the playoffs at some point. Like, it's so hard to predict for the Sabres. Like, I've stopped putting the high stock in them because, like, they've disappointed me in the last couple of years. Like, I'm not, like, a Sabres fan, obviously, so, like, not, like, a fan disappointment, more just, like, an expectation disappointment. Like, I'm very high on the defensemen that they have. Like, Darlene Power and Byram, for me, like, are... If I'm an NHL team... I'm not even talking Sabres here. I'm just talking in general. If I'm an NHL team that has those three guys, I'm very happy. And they just can't figure it out. I think having more balance, like Kesselring on the right side, like should help, things like that. But yeah, Friedman talking about Stolar's extension, things like that. We'll see. I think the Leafs are going to try to be very careful with any extensions because of the next year's free agent class. Who will be the Leafs' most improved player? Morgan Rielly? All right. See it. Friedman's going with Max Domi as the most improved Leaf. I'm going Scotty Lawton, guys. I am going Scotty Lawton. Real Kipper and Born. So Jays clinched. Yeah, that's crazy. In franchise history, that's pretty crazy. Jeez, quite a reaction behind the scenes. Gotta lock in, though. Yeah, Buffalo. I think the Sabres had a decent offseason. I still think the value for Peterka wasn't there, but the X factor for me is actually more Josh Doan in that trade. I think Josh Doan could be super sneaky. All right, so McKenzie is talking to Brady Tkachuk, and then we should be back for the third period. Oh my God, the Seahawks just got another touchdown. Man, Sam Darnold is cooking. Sam Darnold is cooking. Torrey Horton again. Oh my goodness. That's still the second quarter. That's nuts. That is nuts. I'll just enjoy the second half of the Seahawks. It's good to know that the Jays clinched. Canucks made some roster updates. Nothing huge, I don't think. Let's see. Josh Bloom has been assigned to Abbotsford. They released some guys. Sending some guys back to their junior teams. So Medvedev back to London. Riley Patterson, I know, got traded to Niagara. Zach Sandu released as well. Fair enough. Oh, CeeDee Lamb returned and then back out. What the heck's going on? What are the Bruins doing these days? So they've got Lindholm with Arvidsson and Geeky. Oh, Fraser Minson, man. I hate seeing Minson on the Bruins, man. Oh my god. I hope the Bruins just trade him. Trade him. I don't want Fraser Minton to be a career Bruin. I actually like. I still can't believe Trey Living did that, man. And Lohrei is going to probably get a legit look to be McAvoy's full-time partner. Not bad. The Bruins, for me, are one of the more interesting teams this year. Like, I never want to count them out. But at the same time, like, I think for most people, you feel like they're going to be close to the bottom. So it's hard to say. Like, I think they're going to be a retooling team this year. I don't think they're going to be that good, but we'll see.
Just a couple weeks away from the beginning, the official start of the NHL season that begins with a All-American triple header right here on Sportsnet. That's Tuesday, October 7th. So we're talking the week before Thanksgiving. And then
Yeah, I can't believe how far out is that. Basically about to be 2 weeks from the opening of the NHL season. Yeah, it's only like 2 weeks basically. The next couple days.
didn't necessarily see it coming, but they're up 2 on the road. The third period to come.
There's regular cold, and then there's the mountains are blue cold. Mountain cold refreshment. Coors Light, the chill choice. And your car is ready to go.
Hey, what's up, Michael? Yeah, Cowan's looking pretty good. Definitely more mature. Like I said, I think regardless, he still should be in the Marlies for at least a year. But yeah, I think the maturity's definitely showing.
I can pay tire money. Rewards for auto service. Feels this good.
All right. I feel like they're taking their time with this game, eh? Preseason, we're still waiting for the third period here. I want to check the NFL scores here. So Seahawks are spanking the Saints right now. Jeez, Texans are 0-3 to start the year. That is disastrous.
It's for overpackers.
Damn, I thought the Jets were going to pull off that victory against the Bucks.
For overachievers. And even hangry high schoolers. Maple Leaf Natural
Man, I cannot believe how bad the Falcons are.
protein and natural ingredients. They're for everything Canadians do.
The Panthers actually smacked them. It's crazy. And Bears beating up the Cowboys right now, but lots of time.
Coach, contribute, or cheer together. Whether we shoot from effort,
That's going to be such an interesting game later. Chiefs versus Giants.
whether we experience small or big victories, we're in it.
Buffalo says Jets will probably finish above the Bills. What? Buffalo, what are you talking about? The Bills are 3-0. What are you on? Bro, the Jets are probably going to finish bottom of the league again. That's a crazy take. I'd be surprised if the Jets win 5 games this year. They're 0-3 already, so not looking good. The only reason I'm saying they could even get close to 5 games is they have some weak opponents like the next few weeks. Like even just looking at it right now quickly. They have the Dolphins next week. They have the Cowboys the week after that. Those are winnable games. And they play the Broncos, so probably not. But then after that, they play Panthers, Bengals, Browns, and Patriots. So, like, definitely they could swing, like, 3 or 4 wins in there. But, yeah, I'd be surprised if they got over 5 wins. Yeah, sorry, guys. I know I retweeted it on my social, but I didn't say anything. Rest in peace to Bernie Perrant. I think for me, like, there's been a lot of, like, passings, like, lately in terms of people that are just super young. And regardless of whenever somebody passes, it's sad. He did get to 80 years old, so you would like to think that's close to a full life. Yeah, still sad. And obviously a legendary NHL career. So rest in peace to Bernie. All right, we're back for the third period, finally. That felt way too long. I feel like there's just also not a lot to talk about for this game right now. Again, like, the storyline is like, hey, if you have a NHL type roster and you're not playing so hot like the Sens are, it's like the whole excuse is like, well, vets are not playing to their levels. So that's kind of how it goes usually, I find. It's like they either smoke them and everyone's like expected, or they're napping and then everyone's like, well, the vets take it easy in preseason. But at the same time, I mean, Rafai smoked Greg, and then Batherson and Perron were, like, risking it all to defend him. So I think it goes both ways. Great pass, Ridley Gregg. I was actually close on the shots. It is 21 for Ottawa. I think they took away a couple shots for Toronto. They're at 15. But, yeah, not great for the Sens goaltending for sure. Preseason or not, 15 shots on net, you got 4 goals to show for. That guy, Alex, I would not be surprised if Sam Renzel is in that Rookie of the Year conversation for sure. I think he's still eligible for Calder, right? I think he only played a few games last year. Unless I'm wrong, unless I'm tripping. Yeah, he only played 9 games last year. Yeah, Rick, I saw that party with the Blue Jays behind the scenes. Ooh, Pizzetta's got a bit of a little mark on the eye there. Yo, Mark Giordano on the bench is pretty cool to see, eh? He's having a little chat there with Benny Danford. I think that's so cool that Giordano's involved with the Leafs now. I don't think he'll be on the bench at all during the season. He's more of a player development staff member now for the Leafs. But yeah, I mean, exactly what he's saying. Like, if Giordano's behind the bench, that's unreal. Penalty coming to the Ottawa Senators now. But yeah, I hope that Giordano's behind the bench. That'd be great. Landon Sims chatting it up. right, Leafs power play. It's Brady Tkachuk to the box, eh? Attaboy, Landon Sim. Landon Sim getting under Tkachuk's skin. Hey, Donnie, thanks for being here. We need 20 more likes on YouTube to get to 200. Let's do it. All right, Henry Thrun coming through the center of the ice. Now, Hames will dump it in. And pretty quickly, Sens will clear it. Oh my god, Timmy Stu all alone shorthanded. He overskates the puck. Hames now playing it forward. Look at Hames, man. Hames is looking dominant. I mean, ideally you don't hold on to the puck that long, but that was a great play by Hames. Good patience. Letary is such a quick cut from this team, man. Like, I'm not even joking. Just why wait? Like, I sometimes think, like, there's just no point of wasting guys' time. Like, Letary should be sent to the Marlies, like, right away. Like, give guys like Hames, Quillen, and Cowan more looks, but guys like Letary just don't waste time. And also, don't take up spots for these other guys to get some minutes. Like, why is Letary on the power play? Like, what's the point of that? All right, here comes Nick Robertson. Robertson is sauced to Cowan. Oh, my God. It's going to be a penalty against Quillen, I think. Cousins is trying to go after Quillen. Bro, Cousins is such a loser. And I hate when Yarncrow stands there, bro. He always... This is... You guys want to ask me why I don't want Yarncrow in a playoff lineup? Like, again, fourth line, right winger, whatever. I'm not going to, like, lose my mind about it. But... At the end of the day, I want somebody that's going to lose their shit. Oh, Cousins, bro. What a diver. All right. So, Leafs power play's over with that. 4-on-4. Oh, look at Easton Cowan's speed. Cowan backhand! Blocker saved by Sogard. See, that's what we love to see from Easton Cowan. And now Cleven's injured. Looks all right. He's just shaken up. Oh, I forgot about that. That's a good pull from Sportsnet. Quillen and Cousins had that collision. So Cousins was kind of remembering that maybe. All right, Sens on the reset. But again, guys, thank you so much for being here. I know it was like an unannounced stream for preseason hockey, and the Leafs don't have the most entertaining roster here. But honestly, thank you guys for being here. I hope we can get to 200 likes on YouTube. That would be the goal. I think that's attainable. Sens are 0 for 4 on the power play today. They're about to get a power play again, and now they are. Hey, Gavin Finley, thanks for being here. Welcome if you're a new subscriber. I think maybe you've been here before. But Timmy Stu just... I don't know, like, what's going on with him, man. He's missing the puck all over the place right now. But a minute left on this Sens power play. Timmy Stu with some speed. That gets broken up. I know, Gavin. That's like, it's 90% Toronto Marlies playing for the Leafs here. Like, I'm trying to think of any of the guys that are actually going to make this team. Like, between Robertson and Yarncrow, one of them will definitely make it. Kampf might make it. Outside of that, Sens score. But, like, there's no regular Leafs defenseman here. Maybe one of the guys will be the 7th defenseman. But Sens get one on the power play. It's 4-3 now. There you go. We got ourselves a game. So that was like sell. 4-3. Maybe we will get that overtime after all. I said 4-3 overtime. Maybe it'll be 5-4 overtime. Mermis is being pretty useless there, if I'm being honest. I don't know what the heck he's doing. Like, bro, get your stick down or something. Like, what are you doing? Hey, Gavin, thank you so much for subscribing. Everyone that's in the YouTube chat, or if you're lurking and you're not commenting, now you have to comment. Hype up Gavin. Let's go. Yeah, Pexa's... he is not going to be a top 4 option for the Leafs, that's for sure. Might not even be a top 5 option. Oh, the Sen's going to tie it up. Bouncing puck. Now it's cleared out of harm's way. Shots now up to 25 for Ottawa. What's up, Nico? All right. Yeah, let Terry, bro. I just go back to the Marlies. Hames a long shot that gets blocked in front. Oh, that's a bad That's a bad decision by Marshall Ruffey. Oh, McEwen off the bar and out of play. See, I've been praising Marshall Ruffey this whole game, but that's a bad pinch. That's just a bad read. Gavin, it's Vlad Peksha. He's like 5th or 6th on their goalie depth chart. Aktiyamov is significantly better at this point, in my opinion, like from what I've seen. And that's going back to last year. There's a reason why he was getting like main starts for the Marlies and Pexa was in the ACHL. Hey, Will, I appreciate that. Thanks for being in the comments. Join on the YouTube stream if you want to. Yeah, Noah, please don't apologize for asking. I want people to ask. Like, I don't know when to show the highlights. So I can't show the highlights unless people, or I don't know when to show the highlights unless people ask. So let me show you the goal. Well, I do want to show this because I don't think I have shown this on the screen yet, but this was the fight between Ruffey and McEwen. Oh. I mean, Ruffey held his own, but McEwen's like an actual fighter. All right, we got about 13 and a half left in the third. Trying to pull up the highlight here. I got it. Here we go. Here's the goal. Oh, no, that's the wrong highlight. They included the wrong highlight on that one. That's funny. I don't know if the highlight's here. I was trying to find it on Twitter, but once it pops up, Noah, I'll show it. No one's posted it yet. All right. What's up, Connor? Thanks for sharing the live stream. Appreciate it. All right, shots 26-17 for Ottawa. Here comes Ridley Gregg with some speed. Big save by Pexa. All right, now a reset here for the Leafs. William Villanova stretch pass. Yarncrow will dump it in behind the net for Barbolini. Oh, top. Yep. Henry Thrun. Shoot. Thrun! Oh, shoulder save by Sogard. See, I like that aggressiveness from Henry Thrun from the blue line. I'd like him to move in even more there, honestly. Try to fake him out. But Sogard's so big in that net. Like, Matt Sogard, I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure he's like 6'6" or something. Might even be bigger than that. Let's see. He's 6'7". Monster. Monster in the net. Steve, I got the game clock going. It's fairly accurate. About 11 minutes left in the third. What's up, Prophet? Good to see you here. T-Wade, thank you. Appreciate it. Rob, what's going on? John Michael just stepped away at 3-0. Yeah. It's 4-3 now. We got a little close game here. I wouldn't mind some overtime hockey. See who's able to step up. Oh my God. Oh, Kenneth Walker got another rushing touchdown. That's hilarious. Let's go. Gavin's a legend. All right. Oh, here come the Leafs. Pizzetto shoots from like the corner. That's hilarious. Oh, nice play by Pizzetto. Got it quickly over to Quillen. The interesting part of what the Leafs could also do, and like, it's not even just for this year, it's also for next year. Like, if they wanted to have a super cheap fourth line, they could have like a fourth line of like Pizzetto, Quillen, and like Luke Hames, who all I think are going to be like NHL caliber to some capacity. Maybe Pizzetto, like, you could have your debate on that, but it's just something to consider for the Leafs, because the Panthers won back-to-back cups with like the cheapest fourth line in the league, and it was successful. Like Gadjevich, Greer, guys like that, like, they play their role, and they only are like 800,000 against the cap. It creates more flexibility for the top nine. Here comes David Perron into the offensive zone. Sauce into the middle. Ridley Gregg trying to get the shot off. That was blocked. Cowan's got to see. That's costly. Ridley Gregg almost scored. Cowan's got to get a stronger hand on his stick there. Nah, Gavin, I don't think Cowan's making the Leafs. I've always said he needs at least 1 year with the Marlies. Like, last year I said he actually should have got, like, some games with Toronto to get his feet wet. I never thought he should stick with the team based on what I saw. I think at one point I was like, give him a shot. But he didn't even get games last year, and that was kind of frustrating for me. Like, I thought he should get his feet wet for 7-8 games, but whatever. I think at this point, it's like you're playing pro hockey regardless, so he doesn't need to get his feet wet with Toronto in terms of the Leafs. The Marlies is good enough for him, I think, at this point. Yeah, Prophet. Cowan had a good speed burst on the right side there, matching up against Clevin. So that's a bit of a size difference for sure. Oliver, it's 4-3 Toronto. There's about 8.5 left in the period. So we're almost at the end of the game. Let's go, guys. 20 more likes on YouTube to 200. Let's do it. All right. Well, that's what I'm saying, Prophet, right? If he doesn't make the top 9 in the Leafs, he's got to be top line on the Marlies. Shakira, we're live on YouTube. If you want to join the YouTube live stream, Hot Take Hockey on YouTube. Hamadui says, will the Leafs win? I should have said we'll win in overtime, so we'll see. It actually might end up going in that direction. I would not be shocked to see a 5-4 Ottawa win in overtime, but I want to see the Leafs do something with some of these guys that are up and coming. Like, to me, you don't need to see anything more from Kampf and even some of these, like, older AHL guys, like Lettieri and Boyd. Like, if it does get to later in the game and in overtime, I want to see Cowan out there. I want to see Robertson out there. I want to see Luke Hames out there. I want to see Jacob Quillen out there. I want to see those guys out there seeing what they can do on both sides of the ice and then see if those guys can make a big play. You don't need the other guys to be out there. Robertson had that really good move in the high slot, and then he panicked the shot. Like, I do agree that Robertson's looked good. I want to see a little bit more composure in those situations. Because to me, that's the massive difference between scoring 15 goals in this league or 25, 30 goals in this league, is having that composure. Like, I know he's just, like, one of the premier scorers in the league, but, like, the way Matthews slows down the game with his toe drag, with his, like, control of his stick, like, the shot's not always going to be there. Like, I think Robertson's got to learn that, yeah, you can't take all the time in the world either, but there's different spots. Sometimes, yeah, you have to, like, have that quick release, but then on a situation like that, he had all the time in the world, and I think he just panics because he thinks he's going to get crunched or whatever he thinks. Yeah, to show you guys the Oli like-sell goal. I know Noah asked for it. So this is the goal to make it 4-3. Just like a battle. And then, that's why I was saying Dakota Mermis, like, was kind of being useless there on the short side. You see right here. So, 4-3. Sens are heavily out shooting the Leafs now. It's up to 32 shots on net to 19. Got under 7 to go in this third period. All right, Perron trying to play it to the middle. That's going to go all the way back to the send zone. Jeez, the Cowboys actually came back against the Bears already. It's funny. All right, back to the blue line. Ridley Gregg trying to go after it. Nice. See, that's a smart play. Get into the zone, get it on net, get a whistle. Nah, Gavin, I wouldn't go after Dylan Dubé. I thought that was one of the dumbest reports I've ever seen in my life, to be honest. Especially trying to line him up as if he's a top 6 forward. Like, when has Dylan Dubé ever in his career shown he's a great top 6 forward? Like, Dylan Dubé is somehow going to be an upgrade over Bobby McMahon? No chance. You either go for the big fish in the top 6 or you don't. There's no chance somebody could try to convince me that Dubé is an upgrade over, like a significant upgrade over Domi or McMahon. There's no way.
Are you almost ready? Yeah, I'm ready. I know. Nice, huh? I'm just gonna get it off. What about me?
I think you look great.
Thanks, Simon. Canada wears marks.
Everything about an electric
no chance. He's essentially a McMahon that hasn't touched the ice in a while. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm with you on that. All right, I'm going to end the TikTok live stream here. Join on YouTube. All right, so we have under 6 to go in the third period. We'll see if the Sens can tie it up. Ooh, Shabbat, one-timer. Oh, Pexa couldn't see that at all. Man, Henry Thrun's been getting walked. And then he gets a penalty. Holy shit. Well, Henry Thrun's not making this team. Bro, Henry Thrun is not making this team. I'm sorry, it's just not happening. He's going back to the Marlies. Yeah, Henry Thrun is not making this team. They didn't get him for tripping, though, Mr. Gary Galley. Looks like they got him for holding. Well, 5 minutes left in the third, and Henry Thrun's getting a tripping call. Or holding call, sorry. I just said it's not tripping. So, Sens have had, what, 5 or 6 power play opportunities? They're getting another one here. So, no excuses, really, right? Like, even if the vets are not trying or whatever, you still should be getting some power play goals. I think they're 1 for 6 right now. Stützle's shot. Big block there by Rufai. To me, the two most impressive defensemen have been Rufai and Danford. Yeah, like I think Rufai is higher on the depth chart than Henry Thrun right now. I think there's even a hot take to say he's higher on the depth chart than... I was going to say Philip Myers. I don't know. Philip Myers is a right shot defenseman, so just by that and being 6'5", definitely gives himself the physical advantages. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm tweeting that out because I think it's fair. Yeah, I guess Tkachuk was chirping. Brady Tkachuk was chirping Henry Thrun. It's pretty funny. I want Henry Thrun to, like, pan out, but it's not looking good so far. Ooh, short side. Peksha is battling through it. Sens almost tie it up. Perron and Giroux swapping spots. Passing with each other and across. Kaliev got stuffed there. And was that Yarncrow that cleared it? Couple opportunities for the Sens to tie it up. Yeah, so the Sens have had 6 power plays. I thought it was around there. Perron now trying to get it down low. And the Leafs will clear it. 10 seconds left on the Sens power play. Just over 3 to go in the third period. That'll be so funny if the Leafs, Toronto Marlies, escape with a win here. All right. Zach McEwen now to the left side. Pettersson gets hit there by Philip Myers. And I think that's Mermis will clear it. Should be an icing, though. I think it was over, yeah. The penalty had expired before he released that puck, so it's going to be an icing. Matthew said there's about 2 weeks till all Mitch Marner questions have to stop. That's hilarious. Also, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Derek Lalonde, who's now assistant coach for the Leafs, I mean, they were talking about this quite a bit, but Matthews, like Austin Matthews and Matthew Nyes, are apparently going to be the #1 penalty kill unit. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to probably have 3 or 4 duos that are going to be on the penalty kill. But I think the main duos are going to be Matthews and Matthew Nyes, and also Nick Waugh and Dakota Joshua. So depending on where the faceoff is, Waugh going to be the right shot main penalty killer, and then Matthews will be the main left shot center penalty killer. And then after that, I think the rest of the guys were... why am I forgetting? I think Lawton and Lorentz were one duo, and then the final duo was Nylander and Bobby McMahon, I think. So that's like, those 2 guys for me are like the last duo. Like that, they're only like, if 2 of the penalty killers are in the box kind of thing, in my opinion. But Jeremy W., thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Hope to see you more this season. Yeah, who has stood out? Marshall Riffai for sure. Nick Robertson. Luke Hames has definitely stood out in terms of his puck control and skating. Those are 3 for sure. Cowan's looked pretty good. Jeez, man. Seahawks are up 38-6 at halftime. That's insane. Nuts. All right, we got 100 in the chat. Guys, give me a 1 if you think the Leafs are going to hold on here. Give me a 2 if you think it's going to go to overtime. Let me know what you think. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. And please smash that like button. We literally need 20 likes to 200. I know there's 20 people that have not hit that like button. So please, it's free to do so. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't yet. Joseph and Gavin think the Leafs are going to hold on. I can't believe like Giordano was like full on a big piece for the Leafs a couple years ago. And now he's behind the bench. Thanks, Gavin, for hitting the like button. Chad and Colonel think the Leafs are going to hold on. All right. 2 to go in this third period. Empty net for Ottawa. Trying to tie this game up. David Perron out to the boards. Oh, Spence couldn't keep it in. Can the Leafs hold on here? Puck around the boards, back in Toronto zone. Philip Myers trying to get it forward, and Quillen will get it out. Thomas Chabot going back after it. Here comes Timmy Stu. He'll dump it in around the boards. Claude Giroux going after it. And the Sens can't keep it in once again. Just over a minute left in the third period. Jordan Spence now, newly acquired from the LA Kings. Timmy Stu, Claude Giroux, back to the corner for Stu. Under a minute to go in the third period. Claude Giroux back to the blue line for Thomas Chabot. Back to Giroux at the top of the left circle. Chabot fakes the shot. Back to Giroux. Giroux switching spots with Chabot. Now to Spence on the right side. Stutzler, Spence. Timmy Stu again down low in front! Good tie-up by Quillen. Great defensive play by Jacob Quillen in front of the net. May have just saved a goal. Now Kaliev looking across. That missed. Now Chabot for Stu. Stu in front, deflected! Kachuk! And stopped by Peksa. 20 seconds left. Peksa's missing a blocker or a glove. They're not going to blow it down. Chabot a one-timer. Stu waiting across. Good play. And now they're going to blow it dead with about 8 seconds left. They let it play on for a while there with him having no blocker. But I think right when the Leafs got possession of it or got their stick on the puck, they were able to blow it. So empty net for Ottawa. Face-off will stay in the Leaf zone, I believe. So unless the Sens can do something quickly off the face-off, it may stay 4-3. We'll see. What's up, Rebuzz? All right, Sens are calling a timeout. So they added a second and a half on the clock. Hey, thank you guys. We are now 15 likes away from 200. Can we get there by the end of the stream? I think we can. Let's do it. Yeah, Prophet. I don't mind what happens here, because if they tie, then it's going to be some good overtime hockey. Like, it's preseason, right? Like, you need the guys to go through experiences. So, for me, either way, like, give me a good ending here. The Sens do win the face-off. Great play by Calle Jarnkrok. Are you kidding me? Great play by Calle Jarnkrok to get his stick in front of that and clear it. And the Leafs are going to come away with a 4-3 preseason victory in Ottawa. GG's in the chat, guys. GG's. There you go. Little HTH stream here. Good win for the Marlies. There you go. Matthew says, go Maple Leafs, go Jays. There you go. But again, guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to try to keep pumping out the content in the streams. As you guys know, or if you don't know, I'm at the arena a lot of times, like at the Leafs, at other arenas, a lot of nights, hosting, doing different things. So that's why I'm not able to stream as much as I have in the past. But when I don't have the stuff going on and I'm home, then I'll stream. But that's not overly often, so. Yeah, Prophet. Fair enough. Anyways, W's in the chat, guys. W's for the stream. Azuri, thanks for being here. Says, let's go. Thanks for being a subscriber. I'll stay for another 5 minutes just to answer any questions you guys have or just chill for a sec. As some people head out, some people may want to stick around and ask some questions.
This program is available in described video for the visually impaired.
But yeah, I guess Aktiyamov and Pexa both lost their blockers. It's kind of funny. I'll probably, the rest of my night, might throw on some other NHL preseason. Just to throw it on the screen here for you guys. So, the Wild and Jets are on right now, end of the first period. Caps, Bruins, geez, Caps are up 4-1 end of the first period. Henrik's Lapierre, Sonny Milano. I'm so curious about Sonny Milano. He's one of those guys for me that, like, injuries have been a huge issue and up and down off the ice. Like, he could be a little sneaky presence for the Caps. Yeah, the fact that Alex Steves and Fraser Minton are on the Bruins is so weird to me. I wanted Alex Steves to get a real opportunity with the Leafs, but he just didn't. Crowded forward group. And then some other scoreboards. Blues and Blue Jackets 0-0 end of the first. Geez, Preds beat the Panthers 5-0. But it looks like the Panthers had mostly an AHL lineup. And let's see, yeah, yeah, so that's unfair. The Preds were at home, but they had mostly, like, or not mostly, they had some NHL guys. And oh, Matt Murray. Not Leafs Matt Murray. This Matt Murray, the other legendary Matt Murray. A little shutout action. And then Rangers beat the Devils 5-3. So there's other games on later. So just to, I know most people know this, but just to make sure you guys know, what some teams do is they match up with another team and then do like basically a double squad game. So they'll have like one squad play at like a certain time and then another squad play like later in the day. So sometimes they double up in the same arena or they do like one in each location. So that like what the Leafs and Sens have done in the past is like one game will be going on that day in Toronto and then the other game will be going on in Ottawa. To me, there's pros and cons to it. Like I think the pro is like you get all your guys playing in one day. Some of the scouts can do a little double screen action. I get it. I understand it. But at the same time, it's also not the best money-making thing for TV. And also, it's kind of just like splitting your attention. Like, so right here, like you see it on the screen. The Oilers and Flames are doing it today. One game's in Edmonton at 8 and the other game's in Calgary at 8. So the Avalanche and Utah are also doing it. And then, what was the other one I just said? Yeah, and then Nashville, Florida is doing it today as well. Anyways. I think that's going to be it for me. Hydro, what's going on? It is a long time. I hope to see you on the next one. Try to have notifications on. Roxanne, yes, good Leafs win. Yeah, Aktiyamov looked really good. He definitely looked really good. Outdueled Ullmark, so there you go. Del Rey, Port Chops win. There you go. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Please hit the like button and subscribe on the way out if you haven't yet. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when I go live or post a video. If you guys want to reach out to me on social media, it's Hot Take Hockey as always on all social pages. If you want to hit up my personal Instagram, at @JohnViveiros_. Outside of that, I hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend, good Sunday, and I will see you guys for some more content the next couple weeks leading into the season. I'll probably drop some official predictions, and then, yeah, more content to come. All right, cheers, guys. Have a good one. Peace.